1, 2, 3, 4. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS. Empty 18 on my face. I was out of the house and doing stuff. No easy Wi-Fi blemishes, but I guess that's the way it goes. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS. Got no money, smoking crack, saving up for the Betamax. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS.
Hello.
Is the mic on?
Yeah.
Oh, greetings and welcome to Obscure Tape Time, our monthly show, a talk show about VHS in general, old crappy ones. Yeah, sorry. I thought I'd make fun of the fact that, oh my god, lockdowns.
It keeps happening!
Are we ever going to get to do the show like weekly?
No, this is the last episode ever because there's going to be like a 17-year lockdown and I'm going to die 3 years into it.
You're going to last 3 years? Like hell.
You're not wrong. This last one just drove me absolutely insane.
Yeah, we've noticed because you haven't been around.
Yeah.
And then I came over, asked you what you've been doing. Sitting at a wall. Just sitting, staring at a wall. Nothing.
Pretty much. Like,
he turned the internet off and then didn't do anything to replace it.
yeah, I did not achieve a single thing through the lockdown at all. Like, nothing of note happened. It has just been like a black hole of time.
Oh boy.
What about you? What have you been up to?
I drank too much.
I did a lot of that too, I'll admit.
I don't remember much else.
What else do you need?
Love. So this episode's going to be about stamps. This is going to be part of my what did you do in the time off. 2 episodes ago, we did a cooking video. No, it's just the one cooking video, wasn't it?
I think it was 2. Was it 2?
It might have been.
It's been like 2 months, okay? Give us a break.
2 months since our second to last episode.
It's depressing.
Anyway, during that episode, we rang a number that I didn't ring myself because I don't try to do too much research on the videos if we've already got something else planned for that episode. And we did our own cooking videos.
We did, yes.
So I didn't really research it too much. We rang the number live on air thinking it would just be like, this number's not connected because none of those old company phone numbers
Especially
have
not
ever
anything
worked for
offering
us.
you something for free.
That's right. Usually when I get through to people, I have to like research what they've done since and then contact them. But this one, we rang them up and they're like, maybe you can get a free cookbook. So we did, and they're like, what video are you talking about? Okay, yeah, we'll send you some stuff. Apparently, we can get all sorts of stuff from that number if we just say the right keywords.
There's a book about Hacksaw Ridge that you can apparently get. So, I mean, come on.
We should research it and get some more stuff sent to us. But
If you look up the phone number, it literally, like, Google will tell you what you can get.
I'll do that. But in the meantime, you didn't think it would actually get sent.
No, I didn't think it wouldn't necessarily. I just didn't know for sure. It was like a that seemed in a way like they were kind of being like, sure, we'll just get that over to you, whatever.
So,
Another one
yeah.
of these calls.
I think it kind of coincides nicely that it did get sent out, and this is an episode about stamps, so it's like postage, you know, it ties in. So we got a letter. Here's our letter.
What?
It's you want to read some of it out? Any little key bits? They sent me a
Dear blank, because it doesn't have a name there, just dear.
no, dear. They called me dear. Aw.
Welcome to Hope Discovery. The Hope Discovery Center is a faith-based center focused on providing great information to help you live your best life.
Yeah.
It is our pleasure
It's
to forward to you the Good Eating Guidebook along with the More Nature's Superfoods Recipe Book as advertised on Faith FM radio. I didn't even know there was a Faith FM
Yep, there's a
radio.
radio station that comes along with it. It's all still going.
We recognize that eating healthy is not always as easy as it seems. With so many demands on our modern lifestyle, it is sometimes more convenient to grab something quick to stave off those hunger pains than to look for a healthy alternative. These quick choices, often highly processed, lie at the very heart of many modern lifestyle diseases. Today in Australia, we are paying a high cost for our food choices as we struggle with lifestyle diseases that reduce the quality of our lifestyle.
Skip to the end. Where's the end bit? Is there something good at the end as well?
If this describes you, blah, blah, blah. Simple designed course. To help start your journey, the More Nature Superfood Recipe Book will help transform your
Simple designed course.
Blah, 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 blah.
That's exactly it. So this is the course book. This is a book that's not the recipe book. It's just kind of like why you should eat nice and good for God.
For God.
So that's the book itself.
God wants us to eat well.
Which it
What up,
comes,
Ditto?
it comes with this little sheet where you actually fill it out and show that you've learned things for it. And then I guess we've got a reply paid envelope that so we can send stuff back and say that we did the course. And I don't know, get a certificate or
I don't
something.
think any of these people are from the video.
No, they're not. No, the ones from the video were. I know, right? So there's a little information about the course that goes with it.
Oh boy, it's got everything here.
Oh yeah, they just sent. They did load me up. So that's like a little course that you do on why you should eat well.
This is like kids' homework.
It is. It
List
is homework.
5 of the 10
Like-
reasons healthy eating is important.
We rang that number trying to get free shit, and now we got to do homework.
Australians eat enough fruit and vegetables. Circle your answer. Well, I definitely do. Fucking God ain't gonna change my eating.
You haven't
that
missed
much.
anything, Ditto, except for us complaining about lockdown and then talking about this thing I got in the mail. Because, Stamps is mailing stuff. And we ordered this book when we did the cooking video. Yeah.
What are some good plant-based alternatives to meat? Plant-based meat.
Yeah. These days, we don't even have to think about it. It's just sold to us as schmeat.
Oh, they're high there with a happy face on this one.
Yeah. That's my name, Happy Face, apparently.
Oh, they said your name again down here then. That's
Yay.
kinda cool. And there's your amazing envelope.
Reply paid envelope that I can send it back for free. So here's the actual book, nutritious cooking
Oh, look
book,
at that!
cookbook,
There we go.
where you can make
Full
stuff.
color, by the way.
And you can keep that, Pete, because it means nothing to me. I looked through all the recipes, and one of the reasons I'm changing up my dietary things is because my wife has problems with dairy, and that is full of dairy.
In ancient times, garlic was used as a cure-all remedy for everything. Still is to this day.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Garlic soup. Who doesn't like garlic soup?
Just chomp on a garlic clove. Why
But I
not?
also had to look through a lot of those recipes, and not too many of them looked that great. But hey, if it helps you. Also, there's a lot of things about sticking things in the microwave in there. There was a thing about how to cook a potato, and it's like, bang it in the microwave. I'm like, yeah, I don't want this cookbook, thank you. You can keep that. I'm not cooking shit in the microwave. Microwave is for reheating food, not cooking. Anyway.
Shove garlic up your pussy. Why not?
Classy.
Yeah, we're all about that kind of shit here. We watch VHS tapes of guys who talk about, their dads abusing them and pretending to cry and making everyone else cry.
No, I mean the garlic bit.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're all about that level of class here.
Yeah. So Ditto wasn't actually watching when we did the original stamp video. So I guess
No, this was before your dramatic return to the scene, Ditto.
which means we should just rewatch that video. It goes for 10 minutes.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, we should probably rewatch
Let's
it
just
at
go.
the end as well.
Let's go. Let's get straight into it then. Well, not straight into it because we've just spent the last 10 minutes not getting into it. But let's get into it.
Let's get straight into it from here on.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at what?
The nice scene transition now where we're no longer large on the screen.
no longer in charge on the screen.
Oh, I mean,
An interesting
Stop
video
swearing.
on stamp collecting. This should be very educational.
Listen up, people, here's what I want you to do. Turn your ear to the speaker, pay attention to this crew. Giving you the word, how it all began.
Chicken.
How 7 kids
And a puppy dog. Stamp gang. Check it all about. Stamp collecting will make you shout. That's what this rap is all about.
who's your favorite of the gang?
I like the one that only collects pigs. Although Sniffer is cool. Icky. He only
I like a
collects
guy
stamps
who just
about
wants
pigs.
to make a fortune. He's got the right
The
idea.
bully guy. Yeah, but we can talk about it later, but we can probably prove that that's not really going to happen, huh?
Did you miss anything fun?
Nah.
We talked about superfoods and the book that
We got in the mail, yeah.
that came in the mail. Now we're just rewatching this bad boy.
Oh, glad we're rewatching it. Everybody's turning up going, what did I miss? We gotta recap everything every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Sorry if you're listening to the podcast version.
I know, right? It'd be shattered, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Like a what? They're coming at you like a what?
I don't know. I did. Yeah.
Also, is this a rap?
What kind of rap? Sounds more like just like poorly read poetry.
If that. I mean, it does have the WikiWix in it. Of course she has, because she's our token non-white person.
Right. Right.
Nice album. Goo goo gaga goo goo goo. Don't eat them.
What a fool. If I've learned anything in the time since, it's that the value of stamps is in the eye of the beholder.
Yes.
Kind of like VHS tapes.
You wanna know more? Here's Sam and Skeet
Just saying.
to tell you the score.
Can I have that camera?
No.
Damn it.
If we find one, yes.
Turn on the camera, Skeeter. We're on. I know, Sam. It's just there's so many.
Look, it's a
things to do.
VHS within a
I don't know
VHS.
where to begin. How about sticking them in your album, Skeeter?
It's one thing.
Well,
Ah.
first of all, I started off collecting every stamp I could. Pretty soon I had heaps of stamps and a very serious mess. That's why you should sort your stamps into different themes, like a country
Yeah,
or
you got the
continent,
tweezers
or
there.
types of animals, or basketball stamps, or spunky movie stars.
I know exactly what you got with that with, and I will say that before I went on my adventure, I was going to buy that. And it was going to cost me $3.
Mm.
Or wallpaper your bedroom.
What?
Only 50
Yep.
p.
God damn it.
Skeeter. And if you've got
Oh,
stamps
dear.
the same,
No matter.
swap 'em. That way you can build
I want an adventure.
money.
Shh, I can't wait to talk about it.
We'll talk about it after the second video.
Always somebody to swap with, and it's a cool way to make new friends. And stamps can give you heaps.
Here's the problem with the
great
swap thing
memories.
that they're
What do you
talking about,
mean?
right?
Yeah.
Remember that day we met, Skeeter? Yeah.
If, for example, you collect pig stamps,
That's right.
you're not going to go out and buy a stamp that doesn't have a pig on it.
Really knocks you off your feet.
I'm not going to buy it, but if they come in the mail, like the idea of it is you collect the ones that come in the mail. Back then,
Who's getting that, like, ever was getting that much mail? Like, unless you have, like,
people
50
with pen pals.
Like, that's one per few weeks, maybe.
And I impressed you with my
Mm.
awesome sport knowledge.
And if your mum's friends knows that you collect stamps, they'll collect them for you.
It's the best way to check out what's happening in Australia and the world. And once you've decided
Oh,
to collect
goodness.
stamps, the next thing you need to know is where to find them.
Next thing to know, you need to know is where to find those pants and those wild coloured hoodies and stuff.
I want the glasses. I'm sure he did, Chris.
Listen up, people, you wanna know more? Here's Crusher and Brainbox to tell you the score.
Yeah. My pants fit this video.
The rep says tell you.
Yeah, what up, Miss Man?
Leaving it?
Oh, sorry, Brainbox.
Oh, and fix the camera. The picture's all fuzzy.
Fixed it. Anyway.
Oh, he did.
Stamps from wherever I can lay my hands on them, you know?
Let's see if I got any of these. I think I might have got that one.
1 penny.
You mean like the day I caught you finding stamps in other people's albums?
Oh, I was just borrowing them, Brainbox. For a couple of years.
Even after you gave them back, your albums still look pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, not nearly as good as mine. But I'm still not sure I should have invited you to join the stamp gang.
Oh, but Brainbox.
Might have been a bit more of a wholesome hobby for him, did it?
That's because there's heaps of places you can find stamps. Like at home on letters and postcards and parcels.
Or asking your mates and rellies to pass on stamps they get on their mail. Look, my cousin Shinehead gets lots of them in jail.
I always ask
Yeah,
for stamps for my
Sasquatch stamp.
birthday. You can
That's
collect
cool.
Australian stamps on all
Gets
sorts
lots of them in
subjects,
jail.
Space, trains, birds, the environment, and exactly 7,999 other topics.
Or if you've got a pen friend or a family overseas, you can get stamps from them. My Uncle Knuckles lives in Borromania. They have grouse stamps there.
Where's
Australian
Borromania?
Post issues new Aussie stamps.
I've
all the
never
time.
heard of it.
Did you know there are lots of different kinds of
I don't
Australian
believe it
stamps, Crusher?
exists.
Oh, don't be a nerd, Brainbox. Everyone knows that.
All right then, what are they?
Okay, you're the expert. You explain it.
Blue whale.
There are stamps that celebrate special events or anniversaries, like Christmas or Australia Day. And there are definitive stamps, which are sold over a long period of
Definitive.
time. And
Cool.
new stamps.
Pterosaurs.
Be worth megabucks.
Yeah, they're also in brand spanking new condition with no wrinkles, tears or markings, and should always be handled with care. That's why I use tweezers and a magnifying glass to spot.
I got
any
tweezers and a
minor
magnifying glass.
And some new stamps are valuable too, especially rare old stamps, you know, like the legendary penny black.
Now I'll tell everybody about the equipment they need to get their stamp collection started.
I can do it,
You can
but-
get devices for that.
I've got a device for it.
It's time for sniffer.
I need to get one myself,
Did that silly
as you'll
dog
soon
host a
see.
video?
Wanna
Cool.
bet?
No, you can't do it. It's too important.
You can lend mine. Mine's very portable.
Sounds good.
It's got a record player on top and a cassette on the side. It's just USBs in. It's perfect.
Yeah, I like that. You would need to get
A digital.
maybe not
transfer.
necessarily. Maybe if your computer has a line in.
AUX ins. You
Yeah.
can put the AUX from the headphone jack into the computer. Yeah.
Yeah, and then record it that way.
But a lot of them only have AUX outs. Or do they work both ways?
I think it works both ways because that's what I kind of used to.
Okay.
Damn dudes.
It's Red Dog.
Coolest part of this video show.
This is
Oh,
the
the
coolest
Postgirl's
part.
here.
Doggy.
Hey, Mitch,
Oh, hi.
that baby dog
Welcome.
in public, will you? It's kind of embarrassing.
Oh,
First rule of
Puppies.
showbiz.
So many
Work with
puppies.
Kids.
oh, doggy.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Right, now where do we start? Oh, yeah. Mitch and I hooked up one day at this real cool little hangout, you know?
Lost dog's home.
Well, that's what some people
Aww.
Anyway, Midge and her parents were looking for a cat for some ridiculous reason.
Kitty.
Wait.
Arr.
Sorry, furball.
Sniffer.
It's okay, Midge.
Us two.
Midge
Yeah, we weren't sure until
showed me
pretty
the stamp
like
albums from
recently.
my penthouse window. I tell you, those stamps changed my life. And when Midge's parents saw us getting on so well together, they took me home. Well, I mean, how could they resist? Right, Midge? Yeah, so if you want to get in the groove with stamps, check out this Stamp Gang stamp collecting
Puppy
kit.
fever is
It's
real.
radical.
It is definitely a
Got all
real
the
thing.
info you need, like how to get stamps off envelopes. Come on, Midge. Don't bite them off.
Oh,
Cut around them carefully with scissors.
oh, googie, go.
That's better. Then
Yeah.
soak them in warm water
Did you
to
do
cut
this?
The paper and gum.
God no.
Dry them on paper
Mine,
or
the main ones I got all come in sets.
Okay.
Look, if you're not hungry,
I had a bunch that still had papers and stuff on them, but no, I'm not doing that.
I think it must be her staple diet. There aren't any more, Midge. They're all in the album.
No more, no more.
Midge, relax. Kim and Nikki's gonna give us the dirt on where we can get more stamps. Give us the dirt, Midge. Midge? It's a joke.
What are you doing?
Many a stamp.
Oh dear.
I can't wait to pull these out one by one and show you on the camera.
We're gonna do that after Adventures in Cyberspace, right? Oh.
Oh, Mess Man with the sub, and I once again forgot to take the audio. Cheers, Mess Man. Thanks for the sub.
Oh, it's time for the song again. No, it's not. Never mind. We're still doing... How many more of these peoples we got? Oh, the song again.
Ricky, did you wash your hands before you cleaned the camera?
Oh no, Kim. I have my bath on Saturdays.
Well, let's get on with the show.
Pigs, pigs, pigs. That's the score. Big pigs, small pigs, pigs with hats, pigs at the opera.
It looks like they've drawn these pigs as if they couldn't find enough actual pig stamps.
What Icky's trying to say...
You know what stamps
think
you
I-
want to do? Run in a group of people. Just run.
You can get them.
Because you got to get in there first.
To get those first day sets.
Remember when you helped
Because
us
they're
in
rare.
the room, Kim?
Yes, unfortunately.
And you found that old stamp album under the carpet.
Wonder if there are
It
COVID
was
stamps.
stuck to a moldy Vegemite
No.
sandwich.
We'd like to ignore that part of our life.
No, that there will be eventually. If
Yeah.
that yeah, it's one of those things.
It'd be one of those
if they
things
haven't
that's
already.
got like pictures of doctors and stuff.
And now all my
You know.
stamps have
Yeah,
pigs on them.
yeah.
When did the first
Or any
appear on
high-profile
stamps,
deaths.
I don't know that, Icky. But the first stick-on stamp was the penny black, issued on the 6th of May, 1840. These are worth a lot of money today.
Kim? And the first Australian stamp was issued in
Don't you
1850.
balk.
But it didn't have a pig on it.
No.
No
Anyway,
pigs.
Today, it's a lot easier to collect stamps. The local
Poor
post
post office lady. She's like, "Are you here to send letters?" No, we just want all the stamps.
Printing over
Here,
the
you can just have them.
Rad stamp stuff at the post office.
Rad.
too. Like
Rad
first
stamp
day
stuff.
I think I've got those train ones.
and the
First day cover train set.
and
Nice.
collecting kit.
And Stamp Explorer magazine.
They look
has
familiar
all the
enough.
news on Australian stamp
Archie.
issues. It's
Stop.
published 4 times a year.
And it's free.
And we're on the cover.
And if you need more information about
So the
Australian
Stamp
pigs
Explorer
or any other type of stamp,
club
you
things
can
is
check
still
the
going, by the way.
Of course.
at the local library.
It's just all old people now.
Yeah, there's no cartoons all over them.
Your own stamp game, just like us.
It's a cool way to swap stamps.
Talk about facts on stamps.
Find new stamps and make new friends.
Here we go. The song again. It's my favorite bit.
Turn your ear to the speaker, pay attention to this crew. Giving you
Word.
the word how it all began. How 7 kids and a dog became the Stamp Gang.
Stamp, stamp, stamp. That's how you rap.
Sorry, mate.
Wanna be a rock star, fly through the air? It's better than collecting dinosaur hair.
Take a trip across the ocean to foreign lands. Feel ancient history in your hands.
Experience things from your wildest dreams like, wow, cool, man, what a radical scene.
Wow, cool, man. What a radical scene.
Doesn't really matter if you're a boy or a girl.
Is it wiggity whack though?
New stamps all the time.
Yes.
You never know what adventures you
Where it's at.
Stamps can help with your projects, Sonny.
Some collections are worth heaps of money.
All over planet Earth and in
No, they're not.
Space ones?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
they're really
they're
not.
just not.
They're not. What was that again? Damn it. Never mind. Yeah. Straight from the streets. The Stamp Gang. They're coming in to make you shout.
Did they ever have a rivalry with the
Stamps.
PSE?
No,
No.
the PSE maybe.
My name is Skeeter, and I'm no fool. I'm at stamp collecting stamps at school. My stamp collection can't be beat. I've got all
What do you have against Skeeter, Ditto?
I
I collect big. Facts on stamps is my passionate bent, and that's why my album's so perfectly excellent.
Unfortunately, rapping isn't his forte.
Yeah, he's not a
Poodles are very fine. I'm a cool rabbit.
he's not a wordsmith.
I used to think stamps were just for scholars till I found out they can be worth mega dollars.
So sad that Skeeter got killed in a drive-by after they feuded with another rap group.
Yeah.
Rip Skeeter.
Alright, you saw the address shown up there. Take a screenshot, go back, join up the stamp gang collection-y thing. It does. It just doesn't have all this kiddie stuff on it. It's just for actual stamp collectors.
Interesting video on stamp collecting.
Videos on stamp collecting. So this video is by the Australia Post, Melbourne. Actually, all this stuff was actually made in Melbourne. Those kids were from Melbourne. It's all made in Melbourne, and they produced more than one tape.
Is that the end? How do you turn this thing off?
Click.
Yes,
The-
very good.
So after we watched that, you issued us the whole let's make our own collection out of $50 thing. But we also went and had a look, and we found this one, stamp collecting in cyberspace.
In cyberspace.
In cyberspace, but it's made by the exact same company, stamp whatever, made in Australia, in Melbourne with kids from Melbourne. But there's no stamp gang on the cover. It's just got two people like coming out of a computer. Cool. Do you want to deconstruct that video now that we've seen it a second time, or talk about this one or anything else between videos, or should we go into it?
I don't know.
Or is it time for you to take shots?
Maybe I should pee first.
Okay, go pee and take shots.
For that to happen first.
Yeah, put on the ads.
My name
Did you
is
say you
Bond.
had a stamp ad?
James Bond.
I'll try and find it. I think I did, yeah.
We meet again, Mr. Bond.
But I'll find it.
Cool.
Forward to exterminating you, Mr. Bond.
Ad time.
Kill Bond, now!
Observe, Mr. Bond. Instruments of Armageddon.
You expect me to talk?
No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die.
But
Who are all these people?
I need you.
Why'd that little girl say that she really needs James Bond?
Goodbye, Mr. Bond.
Goodbye, Mr. Bond. I trust you had a pleasant fright.
The guns, the gadgets, the girls, and all the great
Stamp Bonds.
00 Heaven, coming to Saturday nights.
00 Heaven.
Planet Earth
Every
in the
Saturday
23rd
night.
century.
For a mission of the utmost importance. What mission? Save the world.
All life will be lost unless the fifth
Same
element
thing
can
we
be
do
found.
every
The fifth
mission.
element, 8:30 Monday on 10.
Itching to win? Well, start scratching, because in 7-Eleven Scratch It Match It game, there's still thousands.
You should probably
of
get that
prizes to be
checked
won,
out.
Like CDs, Game
It could
Boys,
be a
iPhones,
rash.
concert tickets, holidays, and a new Holden Nova.
Cool. Feels like I'm traveling through Australia into Channel 9. This isn't Channel 9 though.
Tonight on 60 Minutes, Tracy Curo's first assignment.
This could hardly be a more awkward salvage job.
The story behind the headlines.
Cool. We have a video about this aeroplane?
50 men
Maybe.
inside here.
And sunk by Aussie airmen. Now the
Let me
search
try and
for
find
looted
that
treasure.
stamps one that I mentioned.
Also, Superfit
Okay.
Sue, Melbourne's aerobics champion, takes
Oh,
on the world.
hello.
We'll present 60 Minutes, 7:30 tonight.
100% hits, volume 32. 20 of the coolest tracks around.
Stamps.
Madison Avenue, Backstreet Boys.
Oh dear, we got music playing. Did you get
Bardot,
silenced last time you had this ad on?
Don't know.
Cool.
Faith Hill.
Because I have the backup anyway.
100% hits, volume 32.
Oh, if I didn't see it, then no.
Get it.
Get it?
It's action like
I
can't see it.
definitely had one. I just don't know why I saved it as, because it would have been...
to remember. Hawthorne Adelaide, today at 4:45, only on 7 Sports.
Found it. Damn it.
Cool. Oh. Cool. Quick, put it on. Oh, it's Olympic as well. Double.
At ABS
Good.
Auto Brake Service, we'll show you exactly what work needs to be done and why.
Free Britney.
And
Yeah, we had
Free-
Britney Spears
we'll
on
give you
that.
back your old brake parts.
That other ad.
Let's
I gotta
keep the
start
work
going
carried
through my
out.
ads as well. I should have done it during lockdown, but just like you, I got
Of course,
unmotivated
what
to
you
do
with
anything.
it then is entirely up to you.
Stamp ad now.
An Olympic investment of a lifetime. Every Australian Olympic
Aw.
stamp ever issued. All of the stamps are genuine, and as they're becoming scarce, are increasing in value. This collection is limited to 1,500 albums worldwide, so don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Each album is beautifully presented.
It's worth $30 now.
$30?
To secure your piece of Olympic history for only $248.
Call that number.
Call 1-300-361-881 now.
Cool. Let's play that ad again next time you have a pee break, huh?
Okay, I'll leave it on there.
Cool.
All right.
So, deconstructing or reconstructing.
I mean, I don't really have a lot to say about it. It's just as great as it was the first time we watched it. It's
Yeah. All right. Well, let's just get on to the cyberspace one then. You haven't seen this one yet.
I have not.
I've only kind of watched it over my shoulder as a rip. The other one has to come out first. I've forgotten how to do this.
Did I eject it and I ate it again?
Huh?
I thought I ejected it. Whoops.
Oh, it's your job? No wonder I didn't do it.
That looks like a fancy tape though that you just put in.
This
Yeah, the actual tape.
Yeah.
That's pretty fancy. I like how it's all purple because of the light.
Adventures in cyberspace. Stamp collecting will make you. Oh. But it does have them. Cool. Stop revealing your hand.
You already know everything I got.
Yeah, but I haven't seen it.
Well, I made a video, so...
Yeah, I did too. It did have the Stamp Gang people at the start a little bit.
Now you kids behave yourselves.
Yeah, and make sure you leave the door open into your room.
None of that untoward bullshit going on.
I don't know. Take off your shirt.
My stamp collection.
What? I don't think anyone collects
What?
stamps anymore.
No, you'd be surprised. Want to look?
Why not?
Hey, careful. These are my best stamps.
You mean you've got more?
Yeah, lots. They're all mine, up there.
Did you do this?
Yeah, it was for a school project.
Are they
Worked out
stuck
really
down
well.
forever?
I've got
They're worth
heaps of
nothing
stamps
now then.
From all over the world. Mum brings them home from work.
Google let's
Actually, I did look up nude stamps, and they exist.
They do.
Yeah.
So did I.
Yeah. I was gonna grab some, I thought.
But again, this is part of my story for later.
Okay.
Well, when I get a new stamp, especially from a new
I had
place,
so many ideas.
Cool.
oh, in a book or on the net.
I didn't.
Well, can we look up something now?
Sure, like what?
How about something to do
Boobs.
with stamps? Like how they're made?
Okay, here we go.
I don't think any kid who's like, oh, stamps are stupid.
Phil? Telly. What's philately?
That's stamp collecting, except you say it like this. Philately. Phil. Lat. Lee.
Philatio?
Oh,
Perfect.
Type in boobs.
Okay, so how are stamps made?
Let's see.
Stamps go on a complex journey before you buy them at the post office. They start life as an idea.
As a fish.
They start life as a fish.
Then they become turtles, then they become a CRT.
Members of the royal family are the only living people you ever see on an Australian stamp. And
Really?
the designs on stamps have to
I don't think
interest
that's
lots
true
of
anymore.
people in the
I don't know whether it is or not, honestly.
directly related to a
Because all the people I got in this
fit onto the size of a stamp.
are either royal family or dead. I did get a nice Princess Di one.
International significance. Once the idea is settled on, it becomes reality through the designers and artists.
Wow,
And it's got stamps on
what
it.
else is there? Lots of stuff. How about something on the first stamp? Okay.
We already know that. It's
Did
a
she
penny
just-
black.
Did you say something about sex on the first date?
Yeah.
Oof, slow down there. Slow down there, kids.
The penny black, because it features Queen Victoria over a black background and cost 1 penny.
All right.
What about now? You know, stamps that have come out recently. What's on them?
Okay, good question.
More like how much is the penny black
Here
worth?
we are. Check this out. The Well Done Under series.
2 penny. It's doubled in value.
That sounds ridiculous.
Off the coast of North Queensland is Magnetic
Oh, dear.
Island, home to one of Australia's most respected marine artists. Gavin Ryan was commissioned by the Australia Post Philatelic Group to paint a stamp series. Named The World Down Under, it features marine creatures
Whoa.
of Australia's tropical waters.
The World Down
Well, it's
Under.
obviously a great honour to be asked to design stamps for Australia Post.
Yeah, I'm so stoked on that.
I'm glad we didn't meet that stamp guy maker-y dude.
Feather in the cap. You just got to look at the stamps to see what the inspiration was. The whole
$150 for that one.
World that
That's
we've
fuck
got
off.
on a
Grab it.
doorstep everywhere around Australia. To prepare the image from scratch, you've got to get as much reference as you can, and that can involve drawings,
The
photographs,
recreations.
sketches, whatever you can find to put the pieces.
To be fair, those penny blacks do actually
Oh,
look pretty
chose
nice. Like
magnetic
if I
island
was
as a
collecting
place to live and
stamps.
work because it's wild and it's beautiful and it's
Pay attention to the guy talk like uninspiredly about making stamp paintings.
Stamps of marine-based stuff that's really good. Occasionally you'll see a series
That's
of
really
coral
good.
that will really take your breath away, and I collect
Takes your
those.
breath away.
Wow, that's cool. What else is there?
Hang on.
Yeah.
You know how they were talking about the penny black?
Yeah.
Check this
Marine
out.
stamps. How much do you think his
Stamps
stamps would
and
be worth?
collections can be valuable.
$3.
In 1986, the very
Oh.
special collection called the Chapman Collection was
Oh,
purchased
Chapman.
by Australia Post for around $750,000.
Now I know why you collect stamps.
It helps me with my school, you know, like projects and things. I get Mum to bring home the envelopes from work, and I take the stamps off myself.
How do you do that?
I thought you were going to ask that. Here, I'll show you.
Wow, what happened?
I don't
They
know.
touched the computer screen. Probably shouldn't do that.
Try it again.
No way, you try it.
Okay, I will.
Well,
Ah!
See, no big deal.
I wonder what would happen if I did that and pushed enter.
There's only one way to find out.
Oh, kid. Whoa!
Oh no, he's gone into the computer.
Quick, turn the computer off. Fuck yourself.
Okay, here goes.
What do we do now?
This is what they mean when they
Have
say that
seizures, because
kids-
I'm epileptic.
Oh yeah. Flashy light warning, people. We're going into cyberspace.
To get stamps off their envelopes, you'll need a pair of scissors, a bowl of warm water, and some special stamp tweezers.
Really?
What if you haven't got any special tweezers?
And some vegetable
Who are you?
stock.
I'm Matt and this is my cousin Emma. Hi. What if you haven't got any special tweezers?
Then I guess you just have to make do. But you want to be careful. You use these blunt nose tweezers so you don't damage the stamps. You're not saying much, Emma.
She's a collector. She already knows all about it.
I don't think anybody knows.
She's
it
seen
all.
this video before.
Now, what
I
you
don't
do
think
is
anyone
place the
knows
stamp
it all.
with the design
Ah,
face
you'd
up
be
in the bottom
surprised
form.
because it's there's not much to
Keep
this
those
stupid
on coloured
hobby.
envelopes and white
Although I
ones
do have a
separate.
question for you.
Ordinary stamps
Did
usually take about 5
going through the
minutes before they
process
go
of like
socks off.
looking for stamps and buying them give
Self-adhesive
you
stamps take
a
closer to
different
20
take on
minutes.
it compared to when you started? Like when you
Use the
started and
special
just thought,
tweezers to
I
move
don't
the
understand
stamps
this.
From the bowl to a clean, dry cloth.
Was there ever a point where you thought, all right,
them to dry,
whether I enjoy it or
and then
not,
use
I
the
see why
tweezers to
people do
place
it?
them in your
No.
own.
Okay, because I definitely had that experience where like,
Look, I have
there
that.
came a point where I was just like,
I have a collector bug where I would have just kept buying stamps off eBay. But the thing is, I feel like if I really wanted to do stamp collecting, I would just be collecting the ones that came in the mail. It feels more genuine to me than just spending heaps of money on eBay sort of
no, I
thing.
get you, but what I mean is like the idea of like it being a legitimate thing to collect.
You've seen my house and all the shit that is in it. Of course I felt like I wanted to just keep collecting shit. And I wanted to keep getting the cool
At
ones.
first I thought, oh man, this is like kind of stupid. By the end I was like, you know what?
Oh yeah?
If I was 10 years old right now, I would probably be like, alright, let's do this.
No, you want my stamp collection?
Sorry?
You want my stamp collection? I mean, Stam's mother's already dibsed it, so...
Oh really?
Yeah.
She actually collects, does she?
She does.
Oh, you mean perforation?
What if you tell her that we set it on fire?
An often forgotten
And we
part
actually
of
set
the
it on
stamp is
fire?
the perforation.
She'd probably be upset,
Around
but
the
that'd be
edges.
about it. Not that bad.
Well, I've got some that probably should be burned, right?
Perforations make it easier to separate
guess.
off individual stamps. If the perforations are not intact, then the stamp is not complete.
I want
It can't
those
be
ones
called
that
a
don't
mint
have anything
stamp.
on them.
A mint stamp is one that has never been used. One that's still in
Oh,
its original
that's not about the
condition,
flavour?
straight off the printing press. Serious collectors use one of these, a perforation gauge.
Well, I mean,
to
this
measure the
envelope
perforations.
was
You can
like
get one
$5
from a stamp dealer.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now it's
That's
your
a
turn.
couple hundred stamps in there.
Yeah.
Postmarks. What marks? Postmarks.
And there are some pretty like cool looking things in there too. You'll see it all in the video,
Yeah, well,
which we may have to
my
watch a couple times because
my binder.
pause things.
They're also important to stamp collectors or
Cool
philatelists.
dinosaurs.
A postmark cancels a stamp to
Do you
show
see
it has
those
been
dinosaurs?
used. Once postmarked
Yeah.
with the date and the place of
Well, I've already
posting,
seen them anyway
the
because
letter is sent on
it's
its
part of my
way.
story.
My
Collectors can have a
stamp
special postmark
album
on a
thing
letter.
came with one of those
It
little
might
packs
be on the
of
first day of the stamp's
uh,
issue.
bunch of
Or
random
it might
crap.
be at a post office with a name that relates
Because I
to
think
the
they
stamp's
did. I
theme.
think that's how they
The
originally
first day
sold them.
cover of one Antarctic
No, yeah,
series
it was. Mine was still in
postmarked
shrink.
at Kingston, Tasmania.
I think that's why mine was a
It's
little
the
more
place
than the
where
one you saw.
Antarctic expeditions leave for
No,
their
no, mine
journey
was
south.
too.
Oh, okay. No, I just paid too much then.
You've
No.
really got into this, haven't you?
Okay.
It's a story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess I have. Hey, she was talking about a stamp's theme. What is it? Who comes up with it?
That's a tricky one. What about Gavin? You know, the artist. His designs are a part of the theme. He'd know.
Yeah, he designed all those cool fishy stamps.
Excuse me, Gavin.
The land down under.
Stamps?
Hey, where did you come from?
We're Cybernauts. Just tell us about themes of stamps.
We're Cybernauts. We're
Come
Cybernauts.
from Philatelic Group Australia Post.
Can I be a Cybernaut?
I'm just gonna write that down.
Writing to them. Researchers from the Philatelic Group assist in choosing themes.
We're
While others at Australia Post, they recommend different artists or designers on the theme.
Yeah, thanks.
That's okay.
Do you want to
We're
get out?
Cybernauts.
Well, let's go see if we can find one of these researchers.
You're the boss.
But my skin's going pruny.
What? You talking to me? Yeah, we're Cybernauts. We just want to know more about.
Yeah, we're Cybernauts.
You know, like who chooses the themes.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm not so freaked out.
If that's all you are, why didn't you say so?
Philatelic Group. We review regular themes, like Christmas, for instance. Once we've decided on a theme,
Meanwhile,
we
she's slowly
recommend an
reaching for the
artist or
phone,
designer to
dialing
develop the
000.
Does that answer your question?
I'll say thanks a lot.
That's just Australia. I think it is made in Australia.
Exactly, you see?
Yeah.
Relevant. 911 for all you Americans out
That's
there.
why
Yeah.
specially
And
appointed
for all you
printers
people
are
in
used.
Britain,
0118999.
881999
Printers whose work meets the highest
91197225.
standards, who can
3.
ensure that the quality of the original design is reproduced and can keep many thousands
Look
of
at all them
secure.
stamps. Why would they be worth
Colourful
anything?
Designs are made possible by printing a number of separate colours.
Same way that
usually
money's
red,
worth something, I
blue,
suppose.
yellow and
Yeah,
black.
because somebody
Although
puts a
more
value
colours
on
can be
it.
used.
You have to get someone to put a value
These
on it
colours are
first.
combined to produce the final
And it's got a
style.
value written on it. It says
And
1
with
cent.
the latest computer-controlled printing presses, it's done almost automatically. The
Almost.
stamps are printed onto
Almost.
large sheets of pre-gummed paper, so they'll stick to envelopes. Perforations, or holes, are cut into the sheets to make the individual stamps, and then they're packaged and sent to post offices.
So, now we know more about pretty stamps. Let's go. Wow!
Wow.
Whoa!
Stuff is so gross.
Ah,
After a couple
ectoplasm.
moments, it just seems to disappear.
Yeah, what a relief.
Cyberplasm.
I didn't realise stamp
Being
collecting
absorbed
was
into
so
your skin.
Yeah.
interesting. So much fun.
Get tested.
Yeah.
Get all kinds of diseases.
Electrolysis.
Well, you have another
They're slightly more
first aid
conductive now.
covers, or stamp packs, or maximum cards, or Tenant series.
So what series?
Tenant. Don't worry, Matt. You'll find out in a minute. Trust me.
Alright,
Click.
what do you reckon I need to know now?
No!
Well, let's
I don't
start
know,
with
take off your
pretty stamp
shirt.
covers. Hang on.
My
Let's show you
cousin.
Let's show you
So.
These are first aid covers.
There was something about first aid covers
NBA
before.
star Charles Barkley.
What does it actually mean?
Watch this.
Doot, doot.
Australia Post produces a style of collectible envelope called a
Ah,
first
the
aid
internet.
cover. In this case,
First
all the
day
stamps
covers.
in the new issue are affixed to
Did
the
you get a bunch of those too?
First day covers are postmarked with the
I
first
don't
date
think I
of
got
that
any of
issue
those
and are
specifically.
popular with many collectors.
I could have.
Alright, what What about these maximum packs?
I had a lot of
cards or
choice.
stamp packs?
Whatever.
I was
Let's
overwhelmed.
see if we can find something that relates to them.
Should have just got the packs of 1,000,000. Hey, cool. And just like
It's funny when you think about how many stamps I
Rolled
could
in
have
them.
got for $50.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if I just bought random packs.
Yeah.
I would have probably
They're
had
cool.
full sets.
Yeah, we met the artist who made those.
Sure did.
We watched him just paint a dinosaur in front of us. It was great. That's a cool looking space stamp pack. I like space.
Trains!
I like trains.
Oh, right.
I'm pretty sure most of the stamps that I got were shown on this video.
Gladly. I didn't realise it was so cool.
Well, to be fair, I didn't use any stamps that are actually, like, came on any letters or anything. I only used stamps I obtained
Joint issue. What's
for the
that?
competition.
It's when two
Well, not
countries
competition,
get
for
together
the collection
to issue a
challenge.
stamp or a series
It's a
of stamps.
competition.
I
See
guess
these
so.
ones. These are a joint issue with the UK and the USA, and this one is a joint issue with China.
It's a really cool way to learn about other countries and endangered species and stuff.
Yeah, and not only that, Australia also makes
Oh,
stamps
from
for
John
other
Oliver?
Australian territories, like Christmas Island and the Cocos Islands.
I've heard of
Cocos.
them. Now, where are they?
We'll let you know if we end up doing another stamps
Yeah.
episode, if
Oh.
we wind up getting more.
Yeah, right.
So, have you got
Well,
If we
then
find
it would-
more videos, I suppose.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If we
You've got
find
me
more
doing
videos, and then the
What's
challenge will be
French
we're not allowed to
all
spend
Have I
anything.
ever? It's
Oh.
mainly about fun. Makes
That'll
you
be
feel
the
like
next
an
one.
explorer
That'd be
or
fun.
something.
Like deliberately
that's what you
write
are.
to people so they write you back.
Exactly.
We'd have to have a couple of months on that
This
one
is the
though.
Australian
The way the
Stamp
post is
Expo.
at the
It's all
moment.
about
Yeah.
stamps.
We had a couple of months for
Make
this
them
one, and
something.
it still didn't produce that much great.
Comes at every 3
I got
months.
some
You
pretty
did.
cool shit.
I said I didn't.
Stamps and stamp collecting.
I got some cool
Sounds
shit.
great.
I didn't.
Anyway, do you want to go back and get slimed?
And I
again?
had an adventure,
mean,
so it was
there's
pretty
a lot of
fun.
stuff in there we didn't even look
I got
at.
something for the show.
Let's go.
Sorry?
I got something for the show.
Matthew! Where are those kids?
Under the sheets. Check under the sheets. They're up there.
Yeah! Oh, Kim!
You hope they hate behaving themselves, but they've got icky stuff all over the computer.
I'll never know. Still, kids.
We bang.
Kids will be kids. Technoplasm. So yeah, again, this was made by the Australian Post in Melbourne. A bunch of Melbourne people made it. And I've got a third video made by the exact same company, production crew and everything. Fun.
Show and tell.
It looks like show and that's okay. We're cybernauts.
The Cybernauts, exactly.
Why would she immediately touch the goop on the PC and not taste it to make sure it wasn't a particular flavor? I have no idea.
Right? Come on.
Yeah.
You gotta know what you're dealing with here.
So I think it's about time we start exploring our stamp collections before we get on to the last video. It sounds like you've got quite an adventure to tell, so I think maybe my one should go first. I don't know. How do you want to do this?
No, we'll go with yours first. I mean, it's not really a super exciting tale, but you go first. You got your video.
Mine only goes for like a few minutes.
Yeah, mine's a 2-minute long video, but it's it's just pictures of my stamps.
I think mine's like a 3-minute video. Oh, so yours is a 2-minute video, and you're going to pause it like a slideshow and say,
I can do that. I can pause it.
Is when I did this. Yeah, I like that.
The whole collection is from like
Yeah,
except this shit. This shit is just.
Do you think you're going to be able to tell your story in 2 minutes? Is what I'm saying.
No,
so you're going to have to pause it at the interesting ones and then specifically talk about.
No,
those.
I'll just have to tell my story before I play the video.
Or during. Whatever. You do what you want. You do you. This is me. Pay attention now. Oh,
I'm gonna get a cup so I can.
oh no.
mix this crap.
What's it?
It's not like. It's not whiskey that should be. It's on its own.
No? Grant can bugger off. Grant can bugger off.
But it's also cheap.
You want some mango Pepsi to go in it?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you got your own diet soda.
Alright, so Anything you want to say before I press
No,
play?
I did a complete video that talks during it and everything, so just pay attention. One of those things. Ow. Greetings, Matt Prince here. Back in May, the obscure Tape Time guys watched a video about stamp collecting. PDD issued a challenge to Bat Prince.
We each get $50 dues to see who can make the finest of stamp collection.
This is Bat Prince's collection. I'm Bat Prince. This is my Stamp Gang album. It cost me $10. It came with all of these stamps. My favorite was this Ghost Bat and this Totally Radical Skateboarder, and these were affixed to the package. Because I live off Centrelink, I get a concession card that allows me a free set of stamps each year. Also, I found these in a drawer from my wedding. I got this cool set of bats from Tanzania for just over $2. Plus, they got sent with this wombat. That's a kind of bat, right? The Well Done Under Marine Animals set for $3.50. Australia. And classic Universal Horror Monsters set for only $1.20 with plain. This little head was affixed to 2 stamps of Gothic architecture from Luxembourg, $1.80. So Luxembourg. Now this stamp was affixed to a letter that was handwritten asking me to join some local cult church.
Yeah, join the cult.
Did you get that?
No, I didn't. No.
Used to send one special stamp. It's a VCR stamp. How meta.
How
I
meta.
actually met the artist of this Australian dinosaur first day set. And speaking of dinosaurs, I went rummaging around some of my old crap, not even looking for stamps, and found out I had a stamp collection when I was a kid, and I found this dinosaur set. Wait, is that meant to be a Spinosaurus? Anyway, it's a cool little set. Kinda dated, but I like it. Plus, I also
It's
found
cool
a
because
card
it's
of soccer
dated.
stamps, and this set
Mongolia.
is pretty sci-fi art from Cuba.
Huba.
Speaking of space, my last
Space.
purchase was this box set, which not only came with these cool space stamps, but also an educational space book, a giant fold-out poster, and a VHS,
cool.
which we're gonna watch next. And all that for just $20. Steal, I think. Oh, I also bought a bottle of wine with a picture of a stamp on it, but I drank it while making this video. The end.
I would have too. I probably would have been sick because I don't like wine, but you know.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my stamp collection in whole. So if you want to look at anything in particular, so these are all the little ones that I got.
All the little ones.
Yeah, that I got from.
I
This
definitely
set.
got a few of those
Yeah.
in my big
I
pack.
know that you got the Ghost Bat. I saw that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I had that one separate because I'm going to give it to you at the end. But
this
now
is-
that you've already said that it's there,
this is the random wreath that it came with.
There you go. Oh, that's my bat.
Oh, yeah, you can keep the bat because I got more
No,
of them.
we don't need the
Aw,
bat.
I like the Ghost Bat. He's really cute. I'll put him here.
Gift.
Thank you. But yeah, look, a handwritten letter, asking me to join their cult. Ridiculous.
Dear Rob, we know where you live.
Basically, oh my god. You want another thing to go with your Christian letters?
What Christian letters?
The food ones.
Oh, those.
Because it's got all the information.
I mean, sure, if you want,
pamphlets and
just
stuff.
chuck it
Yeah.
on the thing. We'll make a tape time.
But there's the dinosaur first day set, and that's the World Down Under one from the other one, and these are my Centrelink ones. And I think Ditto.
No, there's
wanted
just
me to
cults.
check.
There's like a few Christianity cults out here.
Ditto wanted me to check the dinosaur one, by the way. She wanted me to see if there was a Brontosaurus in there. You go, Brontosaurus. Right there. Or was it Brachiosaurus? No, it was Brontosaurus. There's Diplodocus there.
The Diplodocus. So this is before they decided Diplodocus wasn't actually a dinosaur. Before they decided it was again.
It was again. That's right. So there's the Spinosaurus. It looks freaking ridiculous. Yeah. So yes, it is there. The Brontosaurus is in there. Yay! That's all my stuff. It says care for your collection. It came with a thing and a thing, but it's the kids from the video. It's the kids from the video.
So I was going to buy that exact folder in
Yeah.
the shrink wrap. I was going to get it for about $3, so
Yep.
it would have been absolutely nothing. Because the first
Yeah.
thing I did was I went onto Facebook groups, I joined, I think, about 13 Facebook groups. I've since left them all because they're horrible. You would be amazed at how toxic those groups are. Like, someone would be like, hey, I'm pretty excited about this thing that I just got. And people were like, I've got 10 of those. Your collection sucks.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
No,
but then there was one guy in one of the comments who was just being really nice to everybody and like, that's really cool that you found that. If you're interested in more, check out my collection and maybe we can arrange something. And he kept posting these links.
Australia.
Australia, mate. Yeah, Facebook is a very grim hellhole. So is Twitter, though, to be fair. I mean, social media just sucks. But so I contacted this guy and I was like, I'm doing this challenge for this show. And he was like, that sounds fun. He obviously didn't watch it.
Yeah, of course not.
Because no one ever does. And
watch the show or think that it's fun. Everyone who comes doesn't think it's fun.
I feel like people that far outside of what we do probably would be like, oh god, I don't know.
Yeah, but we do an episode about stamps. You'd probably be into that.
Well,
we could link him this video.
So. But anyway, I stopped talking to this guy eventually because I got in contact with someone local.
Yeah.
So I was going to buy like so much crap from this guy, including that. He said $3 for that thing, and it was like in its packaging like yours was, and whatever. And I was excited about it at first. But another reason I said no to that eventually was because I just thought like that's clearly something you're going to go looking for. And I mean, it would have been funny if we both came back with little Stamp and Shout folders, but I did also just think, like, I should just try and do something different. But I found this local guy, and I found an address, and I tried to call him a few times, and he didn't get back to me, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to go to this address and just talk to him. And it led me to this big fucking shed in the middle of town with no markings on it. And I was like, oh, now I'm getting a bit anxious. Like, I hate phone calls, and I've tried to call him. That's how desperate I am.
Oh, dear.
And eventually, like, he called me back while I was out front, and I'm just like, yeah, so I found this address, and, like, I've been trying to call you all day, and yeah, I went to a random shed with Jackson, too.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I swap you the baby.
Yeah, well, I mean, wouldn't have counted towards my budget then, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we get to talking on the phone. He's like, no, I don't actually have a shop. That's just my warehouse. And I was like, oh, okay, well, can I come look? And he's like, no.
No.
That's kind of what it was. It was just like, you can't.
You know.
We're not going to do that. I was like, oh. And so I explained to him what we were doing as I did the first guy that I talked to. And he was just like, all right, I'll meet you at this market. I normally come here on these days. You can come and meet me and hang out. And I was like, oh, all right. And we go there and he's just like, I'll give you a discount on whatever you buy. Here is a bunch of stuff. And just he had these like boxes filled with books and like all these collections and stuff. And I was like, all right, well, I just kind of have to pick stuff now.
Is he specifically a stamp guy, or was he one of those
people? Coins. That's all he does. That's all he cares about in the whole world, apparently.
It kind of sounds to me like he would, if he's just like, here, pick from all these. It's like those people that troll the op shops, buy anything good, and then sell it for too much money. I hate those people. That's where I get a lot of my eBay videos from.
But
cool.
That was the same market that I ended up getting a Killbot record from. So it was a worthy trip regardless. Killbot. Good find. That's somewhere.
Yeah.
There, I think. Was it here? Nope, it's there.
Okay. Oh, talking about Killbot, that's who did the animation on the remix of the Stamp and Shout thing.
I believe it. I could tell. I could kind of tell.
Yeah.
So anyway, what I ended up coming away with was like I kind of asked him for suggestions as to like sticking within my $50 budget, what kind of some fun things like I should grab. So instead of kind of going with my gut for the most part, I entirely went with stuff that he kind of nudged me towards.
Okay.
And then so this presentation you're about to see is like a zoom in on each one. I might just move this over here for now.
Okay. I like how you set up the thing with us in the main screen for the stories, and you didn't even put us there for yours.
I forgot to. I need a stream deck.
Don't we all?
Yeah, I know. Anyway, here is...
Should have also closed those drapes for the backlighting.
Oh, look, whatever. Too late.
We just got excited to go live, right?
Here's my stamp collection, friends.
Bond.
I got a World War One stamp because he said that one is, while not rare, is like quite popular.
Cool.
So I got it. Whatever, it was like $1.
Nice.
Or probably less than because the discount he gave me. I got Adolf fucking Hitler stamps.
I actually have one in the mail that was part of the leftover budget that I hadn't spent at the end of mine, but they're not coming for like another month. It's annoying.
And I got this book.
Oh, cool.
And it's like full of Egyptian ones with like coins and stamps and stuff.
I like that.
So they're pretty rad.
Yeah.
Like the actual coins too.
Yeah, I like it. You can spend them at a
I can spend them to pyramids if I really want to.
Go to the pokies and put $1 in the coin and play Faith for all the people at the...
But my favourite thing that we got is this. It's the Golden Days of Radio.
Oh no! They
Oh,
all
no.
fell out.
The actual stamps come in a little thing like this. There's only 4 of them. But this was the
Cool.
most expensive thing, and
We both got cool sets.
it came with
Yeah.
a cassette.
So mine came with a VHS. Yours came with a cassette. All
And
right.
this thing is just absurdly heavy.
Is it? Why? What's in there? Oh,
It's actually a book.
yeah. You got a book with yours.
I didn't even know the book.
Yeah, you got a. Yeah, your set's like my space set.
Look at that shit, dude. There's
Hell
a
yeah.
book too.
Nice.
That explains why it was so heavy. I was always just like, oh, maybe that's just there to like keep the shit safe.
We'll have to do a obscure cassette tape time and
Yeah,
listen
we'll
to
do
it. How
an
long is
audio episode. I don't know. I haven't listened to it because I don't actually have a tape player, and these are just on my random
Well,
ones.
I'll
by the
bring
way.
over my my record player, and we can, because it's got the cassette tape thing. We can listen to obscure tapes and records.
I agree with that.
We'll get James
That's my
to
least
make.
favorite thing. That's my like flowers and plants.
Flowers are
one.
cool. Shut up.
Like, man.
We'll get James to make us up like an hour.
Look, there's my cartoon set. There's a cow on the end. It's just kind of cut off because
No pigs?
There's a pig at the bottom there.
Yay! Yeah, we can get James to make us like up an hour of like random video nonsense noise, and then we can listen to things.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what the content is like on that tape.
Well, it's not going to be showing boobs, so I'm sure we
Trains!
can just listen to it without ever listening to it before, right?
Choo choo. And a gift for you, which I already gave you.
Ah.
Because you brought it up.
Yeah, it was in my video.
What you weren't meant to do.
I'm sorry, I didn't show you. We didn't vet these to each other, but yeah, I got the Ghost Bat in particular was part of this, and I've actually got the complete set of that set because there's a bilby, a little possum, and yeah, so I got that set with the Ghost Bat. The Ghost Bat is way
I think I got
cool.
quite a lot of them.
I got a Tasmanian tiger here.
Yeah, the Tassie
He's
Tiger
cool.
stamp. I looked for all kinds of things. Like, my original idea was I was going to try and get a stamp to represent every single episode of the show we'd done.
Yeah, that would have been cool. I
But
just kind of went for things that I like.
Just couldn't, like, find things. And then I got in contact with the 2 guys I talked to, and it was like it was pretty nice.
Yeah. Double bat.
Double bet. Now you can have an army of bats.
Yeah. Is this a safety house?
You know, that is actually a cool thing, Ditto. Like, if we did an audio one that is actually just audio and then did, like, a Spotify thing, like a separate show, if we can get a hold of interesting audio.
I don't see. When we go to op shops, you want us to browse through the tapes, like a cassette tape section as well.
We
see if
can
find
do that,
random crap.
because they'll probably be like 20 cents each. So
Oh, I'm not saying it's going to cost money. It's just at the moment COVID's all screwed up. It'd have to be something we do in like 2 or 3 years time, and I kind of want to listen to that soon.
It would be a. I mean, we can pilot it soon, but
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
let's do a backdoor pilot.
A back-
Do it on obscure tape time, and say this will be a spin-off show later. Like kind of we've already watched aerobics videos, so we're going to spin that show off eventually.
Eventually, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Some logistical issues, but we will figure it out.
Cool. That's our stamp collections. Vote with biddies. I don't know. How do we? Who cares? I suppose.
We can just do. I think.
Why do we even need to vote? Honestly, I don't know.
You're the one who said competition.
We both had
slash
good
poll
things, and everyone's going to remember the last thing they saw. But anyway, I got a. Oh, I didn't.
Whose
actually,
collection is more collection?
is more collection. I didn't actually show you my
3.
up close. Where did it go? Oh, here they are. Here.
Bat or not bat?
Here, check this out.
Hang on.
Okay. There are some more dinosaurs here too.
There we go. 3 minutes to vote while we talk shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the VHS one.
Yeah, how cool's that?
Yeah, that is cool. It's like a proper tape deck.
Yeah, one of the old VHS where it pops up from the top. A top pop.
Ditto refuses to vote.
Fair enough.
Boo.
Oh, there's nobody in chat, so nobody's gonna win, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a shame. You know what pisses me off?
The last time we had heaps of viewers.
Heaps of viewers last episode, and that was because we were trying to stay somewhat regular, and then we got cut off for like a month. We got horror classics.
Yeah,
this one's weird. Like
those are very big stamps.
In the center is like, yeah, these are from Sierra Leone, which they had like. This is worth like bugger all because they're a dying country. No, it's true. It's true. But yeah, they printed this. They got Bela Lugosi down here, and we got Lon Chaney Jr. and Senior,
of course.
But then there's a whole bunch of people. Boris Karloff, but not as Frankenstein. They got Bride of Frankenstein. But who are?
Maybe they're like local.
Island of Lost Souls.
Ah. Maybe that's one for a cinema sometime.
Ooh, I'd love that. The Haunted Palm. It's a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and a Mystery of the Wax.
Mystery of the Wax.
I'm gonna have to look those up. I've probably seen them. It's just I have to look them up again.
Yay! Chris is watching an ad instead of the show.
Oh, you're getting paid.
No,
boy.
I'm not.
Oh, you don't know.
I think only partners get paid for ads.
But yeah, what are these soccer ones?
Probably the World Cup or
Mongolia.
Oh, probably just Mongolian Football League. Football World Championship 1966. There you go.
Seriously?
1958, 1954. So various World Championships.
How brilliant is that art?
Huba, 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 Huba.
Huba. That's what my Superlami says.
Huba.
I like the art on those ones. Ugh, alright.
People would be so fun to go to. Well, by fun I mean relaxing.
And by relaxing you mean you're going to drink too much rum and smoke too many cigars?
Yeah.
Cool. I did that once.
Well, then that vote would be for not bat, because...
What was that?
The vote is bat or not bat.
Oh.
1-1 though. We have to go to penalty shootout if we finish 1-1.
So you get every vote that's not for me.
Well, no, everyone gets a vote that's not for you.
The whole world's against me, I swear to fucking God.
Nosheen voted both.
You can't vote for... Okay.
I guarantee he did that.
Yeah, fair enough. Can we just ignore the whole competition thing? It doesn't seem like it's going to work. Everyone's going to be like, man. And it did end 50-50.
We have to do penalty shootout now.
How about the penalty shootout be the fact that we're going to watch the video from my collection?
Yeah, we're going to listen to the tape from mine for a whole spin-off show.
Yeah, well, you'll win then.
This is as much a competition as the goddamn cooking one turned out to be.
Yeah, we're not very good at competing against each other. We're just like, cool,
Because
what you do?
what you do? How do we find an even ground here? Like, how do we have a competition that we will both...
I know what we can do. We can put all our stamps in a pile, right? And then we get like a really heavy rock and just kind of hit it on top of them. And whichever ones flip over face side up the most, that person... Do we have to do a Pog episode? Because that's what I'm talking about.
If we
I'm
just
talking
stick
about,
them
did you ever
onto,
play
like,
Pogs?
Yeah, if we like get some Pogs and just stick them to the top of the Pogs.
I swear.
One of yours on one side, one of mine on the other.
And it flips over. Yeah.
There we go. Now, all right. I'm liking where this is going now.
Flipping
We're inventing a game.
yeah.
We're like reinvigorating Pogs.
Can we not reinvigorate Pogs?
We need to reinvigorate
we had
Pogs.
our own.
The Tarzos.
We had Tarzos in Australia.
Bring back Tarzos. Make that hashtag trend again for the 7 millionth time.
I don't really want to bring back Tarzos.
Why the fuck not? Tarzos was lit, dude.
So yeah, this Video was also produced by the Australian Post, advertising, stamp collecting kind of, but it's more about space. So we're taking a little bit of a right turn.
Oh no, I've got to go back to tape time.
Oh dear. Listen to that music. This has got an annoying robot in it that you're going to hate.
Remember Alf?
Hello, I'm James
Biddy,
Sherry,
biddy,
and
biddy.
welcome to Mission to Planet Earth in this, the United Nations International Year of Space. Mission to Planet Earth is a series of projects involving scientists from around the world. They're trying to find out more about this planet that we live on. Mission
Zoom
to
in
Planet
on
Earth
my
started
crotch.
as an idea in the United States. It was a way of celebrating the 500th anniversary of Christopher Columbus sailing out into the New World. It's also the 35th anniversary of the launch of the first satellite into space. To assist me in telling you more about Mission to Planet Earth, please welcome my computerised cobber, Aussie Cosmo. G'day, Aussie.
He's a computerized cobber.
And greetings, humanoids around Australia. My
He's not so
services are
bad.
buzzing because I've been programmed to help tell
He's
you
a
about
cobber.
space exploration
He's a
and the
cobber.
significant role Australia has played.
That's right, Aussie.
You know, Alf was never actually on a pog, it was just in Simpsons. Anyway,
You know, Aussie, when I think of space,
I think someone
think about
recreated
those
a pog, though.
fantastic science fiction movies
Fantastic.
like the Star Wars trilogy or
The Star
Trek
Wars.
sagas where they
The
boldly
Star
went
Trek.
where nobody had gone before
I like
and seek
Forbidden
out
Planet
new life
better.
and new civilizations.
Right, I'm done copying him.
Space isn't just what we see in the movies.
I was copying his hand movements.
I know, I can
You know,
see.
we're doing
I'm trying my
things today
best here.
That would have seemed like science fiction stories not that many years ago. Let's go back in time, shall we? Back to the beginning.
I just can't wait till those hoverboards show up in the 2010s.
I can't wait until we go back in time.
Whoa.
Yeah, let's do it.
The night sky had always held a fascination for people. Regardless of where in the world people were, the stars they saw at night needed some explanation.
Ah. I recognize that voice. It's our
From like everything.
everything. It's our Australian voiceover guy.
He's the Melbourne voiceover guy. I think he did like news. He's done like. You still know what a pog is? It's like a disc, like a small disc, like probably yay big.
Collectible pictures on them, and you would put them all on a. You'd play with your friends at school. You'd basically ruin them for any collectors, just to see which ones turn up or down, and then you keep all the ones. Basically, 3 swaps in, and yeah, you keep all the ones that turn up the right way or whatever.
In fact, they knew more about the heavens
dumb.
above them than the world
Yeah.
around them. The science called astronomy sought to separate the facts from the myths, and it began with the great ancient civilizations. You may have heard of a man called Pythagoras in maths classes. He was a great
Yeah.
mathematician who had
He died because he didn't want to go into a field of
He was
corn.
also the first person to
Bug.
claim the Earth, and all the stars and planets were
Why were
round.
corn playing?
That was
I don't know.
2,000 years
But
before
he was being
Christopher
chased
Columbus
by
proved
people
the
that were going to kill him,
wasn't flat.
and instead of running for his life, he's like, corn is unclean, I'm not going in.
Reminds me of that philosopher guy who was told like, stop being an atheist or go away.
Yeah.
If you don't go away, we'll kill you. And he's like, oh, I mean you can kill me then.
Yeah.
Guess.
Often ridiculed and sometimes even imprisoned.
Well, even Christopher Columbus was heavily paid out on.
He was also a cunt.
He was also eaten by cannibals, wasn't he?
Hopefully. No, that was Cook.
I guess
Oh.
nobody really knew what the great explorers
I don't know what happened to Columbus, except he was a piece of shit.
Yeah, he gave everybody blankets, but they were yucky.
Once again, all the great
Slaughtered
navigators
everybody.
used the stars to sail the 7 seas, and one of the greatest was Captain James Cook. His most famous voyage is the best place to start looking at Australia's involvement in space.
It could be said that Australia was discovered by Captain James Cook because
It
of space
could be said,
exploration.
if it's
His
right.
major mission
If it's
was
correct. I
opening
mean,
in
who was it? Was it
1768.
Spanish who landed here
He sailed to
first?
Tahiti to observe the planet
I'm
Venus.
pretty sure that people were already here, but anyway.
Well, as in, like, in terms of Europeans landing here. Like, even Cook can't even claim to be the first.
The sun, the Earth is.
Did they cook or eat him raw?
Completing his mission,
They probably cooked.
sailed the Endeavour southwest to
Cooked.
eventually land at Botany Bay
Yeah.
in 1770.
Probably not Ditto, honestly. I think because, like,
When the first fleet arrived in Australia 80 years
they
later,
they tended to bring
on the ships.
gambling to schools and stuff, so
what is now called
probably not something you really
Dawes Point in
want.
Sydney. He studied the stars to work out his
Yeah, you call that
position
Captain
in
Hook.
relation to
Take
the
that,
rest of the
Columbus,
world.
motherfucker.
His studies
Not that
helped
Cook was a good
explorers draw
guy.
maps of the new land and to calculate local time. Astronomy was also important to Australia's identity. If you take a look at the Australian flag, you'll see that there are 6 stars.
This music over the top of this
It's spooky.
is like,
I'm
oh no, he's gonna die. I hope it's not the robot.
Give you some idea of how important astronomy is.
Space
It not only helped
is
open up
big.
a new land in
Like,
Australia, it
really
also
big.
helped shape our national identity.
Like 3 houses? That's pretty big.
Now, who would have thought that Captain Cook was Australia's first link to space research?
I guess that's why Australians have always found it important to have a Captain Cook at the stars. And what about Captain Dawes? You could say he opened the window on space. Get it? Dawes? Open the window? That's a bit of cosmic comedy.
A little bit. Thanks, robot.
I want to know who did the voice for that robot, because that's amazing.
The space age as we know it really
I hope it's not the robot. Can I have the robot?
advanced technology used for
That
the war effort
dish, I want to go visit
Oh,
that
telecom!
dish. Yeah, I've actually got a telecom stamp in the mail as
I've
well.
got a telecom thing on my wall.
Nice. I've also got a placebo stamp coming. I got a whole bunch of stamps for like 1 cent each, but they all came from the same guy, and it's still in the mail, so I didn't get to. I need to make an amendum.
space race from the beginning. These two superpowers realized how important conquering space would be from a strategic and military point of view. They knew that to be the most powerful nation on Earth, they had to be the most powerful nation in space. In 1957,
I mean, did that really come to much though?
Yes.
Other than satellites?
I mean, do Russia exist anymore? No.
Whatever happened to those old scallywags?
No idea.
Be the first country to put a man in a rocket, launch him into space, then bring him back to Earth. But once again, the Soviets were too quick, and a Russian cosmonaut called Yuri...
Yeah, I definitely think the indigenous people, like, definitely would have used the stars in some way, shape, or form. Like, all native cultures of every country pretty much did. Except probably Britain, because there's clouds there all the time, right? It's always raining. That's why I want to go and live there.
Maybe that's why they felt the need to explore, because they, couldn't see anything cool, so they had to go look elsewhere.
Of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth.
There we go. That's what we need.
What? JFK?
Someone to throw their hat over the wall and say, this is what we're going to do. With absolutely no scientific backing, with no idea if it could actually be done. No idea if the moon was even real. He just said, we're going to go. See that? I think we should go there. I mean, how much backlash would he have had from, like, the taxpayers who are like, no,
Not a lot.
I need to eat.
Probably none.
I wouldn't know, but...
Back then, I would say there's probably less poverty fucking than there is now, because of how minimum wage isn't really livable over in the States.
Or here.
No, it's pretty livable here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not as a homeowner, but as a renter, yes. Which is a kind of a paradox in that it's actually cheaper to pay off a loan than it is to pay rent. So it's stupid. It's fucking stupid.
In terms of technological achievements. After this success, we concentrated our efforts on...
What was the third guy's name in the first moon landing? The guy who never got to step on the moon.
Neil Armstrong,
Buzz Aldrin,
Buzz Lightyear, and...
Woody Harrelson?
Woody Harrelson.
Neil Armstrong were beamed to Australia first. That's right.
Jeffrey Bezos thanked all of us. Oh, that was so sweet of him. What a guy. What a guy. What a good human being Jeffrey Bezos clearly is. Fuck that guy.
Go on and put on another video that's making you rant again.
Unless he's sponsoring us for a lot of money. Call me, Bezos. You piece of shit. You coward. You won't. You won't.
Nobody watches this show. Stop trying to make
Bezos
big
is
political
Bezos is watching.
No,
Bill Gates is watching too. Call me, pussy. You won't.
Yeah, you and your divorce.
Elon Musk is at the door. He's trying to be on the show, and I keep telling him, fuck off. You're not welcome here, mate.
Yeah, you're friends with those Rick and Morty people.
Oh, that show is so bad. I want this robot!
It's cool.
Can you compute how
Yeah.
far it is from Neptune?
Again, this is one of those tapes that only goes for 15 minutes. We need to watch it again when we do a space episode.
He did Neptune to Earth.
Yeah.
When's this from?
It's infinite.
Which means it keeps going and going and going forever.
You know the answer and you're not telling me, is this right?
It doesn't matter how much you humans learn about space, there'll always be more to discover.
But
Pluto's not a planet. They've known that for ages. It's a dwarf planet.
Yes, but when did that officially become a thing?
Officially, when people kicked
In
up
the-
a
was it
stink
the
on the
2010s?
internet. Yeah, this is from the 80s. Before
This is not 80s. Late 90s, 2000s. But the fact that they went with Neptune there, foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. It's not foreshadowing, science new.
Australia is one of the world's most...
Wait, what was it? It was,
And for this reason, communications are vitally important to us.
The year of space travel is when it came out.
Yeah, the year.
It says 92 on it as copyright. It's not foreshadowing. It's kind of like when we finally say to all the Christians, you know what, evolution is not even a thought process. You can't be against it. It's just real. But we already knew about it way back when. It's kind of like how people are going on about solar power
the
now.
argument was still pretty like intense on it. Like it was still generally until probably the mid 2000s. It was probably pretty much generally agreed upon.
It was in the mid 2000s or whenever when they officially
Pluto
said
was a planet.
Wasn't so much whether Pluto wasn't or wasn't a planet, but they said we have a new classification. It's called dwarf planets, and we're going to call them Plutoids.
That's the thing that people didn't take into account. The fact that we have things like Ceres out there that
Ceres
are
is
like
bigger and more
super
prominent.
cool, and like no one's ever fucking heard of them.
I love Ceres.
That's where I'd live if I could live on any planet other than Earth. That would be where I would
It's
go.
not a planet. It's a planetoid. It's a Plutoid. It's a dwarf planet.
Which is,
I think
the distinction. I think the distinction is that it's not like a full planet. The idea is it's like a subset of planets.
Yeah, it's just so that we don't have to remember more things.
I would still consider it a planet in the vaguest of terms.
Absolutely.
So yes, that is the planet I would live on. Because no one else wants to live there.
Why not?
All on my own.
Ceres.
Because everyone wants to go to like Mars and.
I think we will be living on Ceres when we do actually colonize places, because we'll have mining colonies set up there, right? Because it's close to all the rest of the little asteroids.
It's a theory, anyways.
Go. Space wrangling. Space cowboys! Let's be space cowboys.
Signal takes 8 hours to reach Earth, traveling at the
Space
speed
is
of
so
light.
cool, though.
Boy, that's why I got this set. I love it.
I would hate being there. It would be one of those things where if I went to space, I would like talk about it like I was really proud of it.
Poor Magellan.
But deep inside, I would be just like, ugh.
Destination Jupiter, the biggest planet in
Is it Galileo that they ended up dropping into Jupiter?
70,000
Maybe.
kilometers per hour.
They were worried that it was going to crash into a moon or something.
So they just
dropped it
took all the data.
into Jupiter so that they could not just like they could not taint that moon.
That too, but also so they could get data off Jupiter.
As much as they could before it
The
exploded.
tracking station works with similar stations in Spain and California to form what's called...
But yeah, we could drive to this giant. This is like what used to be or still is one of the biggest dishes in the world, and we can drive there. And I kind of want to when the lockdowny thing's completely gone. I actually planned on it beforehand. That's one of the road trips I wanted to go on.
Yeah.
It's like a 2 or 3 day road trip, but I thought I'll take a week off.
Well,
Go up and have a
if
look
we
at the
if we can
satellite.
be home and back in 3 days, I can do it. If we leave Friday night.
I was going to do it with my wife, but if you want to tag along,
Go to a big sup. No, you guys go have fun. Send me photos.
when your kid is old enough, we'll take him. And after I've already done it once, it'll feel more natural to be able to do it again, you know. If he cares for it, he won't care for it. He'll be like, "Is there phone reception? What do you mean there's no
Hopefully,
Wi-Fi?"
I don't necessarily want him to be that kind. I don't want him to be me. I want him to be like somewhat opposite to me, in that I want him not to rely on technology as much as I do.
You're gonna make him join a soccer team?
Not make him.
Yeah, force him.
I refuse to force him to do anything. But
You've got to do it for the first two. Like the first two sessions always have to be forced, because no kid ever wants to do anything.
That's not true. I wanted to play soccer when I was a kid, and I was never allowed.
on
I may have hated
Spring
it.
Mountain in northwest
But
New
it's never
South
allowed.
Wales. It's here that objects in deeper space are detected. Objects like quasars are the most distant objects from Earth.
I could maybe fit the biggest dish in.
The discovery of others, like the stars in the galaxy shown here, may one day give scientists clues about.
Sorry, I'm not reading the chat. It's can you?
And the Earth itself.
You got 3 screens and one's pink.
Technology
Yeah, whoops. It's because I had this over here.
People are actually talking to me, aren't they? Here we go.
A great feat for the land of the southern.
Oh, I get it. Thanks.
Scientists from all over the world
Pete can finish off my leftovers.
1987 to
That's what
observe
usually
a
happens.
Supernova. A supernova is a dying star.
I am hungrier.
1987 gave scientists the first chance to view one since the invention of the telescope 400 years ago. By studying this supernova and the radiation it emitted using facilities at the Anglo-Australian telescope, scientists hope to gain a clearer idea of our solar system.
I would love, like, if we had that sort of, like, sci-fi technology where people could just look back into moments from the past. I would love to see the first person to, like, use a telescope and see, like, Saturn. Their reaction would just be like, what am I fucking seeing right now?
But a lot of them were so wrong, you'd be so disappointed.
No, because I wouldn't be. It would be amazing to see how wrong they were, but
a lot of them are
how
idiots.
excited they were.
And they kill people. And they're jerks. You forget those bits of history.
No, I don't forget those bits of history. It's just
I mean, as a what we get taught and stuff.
fascinating to me.
I like how that guy was studying Mars and putting down all the roads from the civilization he saw up there. It turned out to be the blood vessels in his eye.
Natural disasters like earthquakes.
He's like, yeah, but every time I look, they're always in the same place. Like, yeah, it's come to your eye. You're looking wrong. You're straining too hard.
What a guy. Living the dream.
Find out tomorrow if it will be a good day to go to the beach, or whether you
He
might
would have died believing aliens.
Because of
What a
the information
legend.
supplied by satellites, severe storms like
Terrible things can be amazing too. I mean, that's a really deep discussion to have at times. That
Yeah, but
if you have that discussion with the wrong people, you will be cancelled.
Sure, but if we forget the context, can we just use that as a byline for our show?
is also working with the
Yeah, I like that.
It needs to be on a shirt. Obscure tape time. Terrible things can be amazing too.
I like that. I'll credit you with that, Ditto. But no, it's not my fault! Ah, stop saying it's my fault! I told you not to! I told you not to.
Man.
What? Why does like, anytime I say, hey, check this out, nobody does it. And then the one time I'm like, you know what, you shouldn't. Just stay out of it. It's really not a good thing. Just don't. Everyone's like, oh, we better get on that! Fuck everybody. Everyone.
I barely know what you're talking about. I don't really want to.
Good, because you don't want to know.
I actually muted that channel.
Believe me.
Honestly. I don't mean to offend if you didn't want me to, but
I don't give a shit what you do. I'm not the boss.
I'm like, yeah, I'm not interested in this. I got the big picture, and that's all I needed.
Our country is too remote for ongoing scientific monitoring. So satellite
Yeah, how
sensing is
rude.
invaluable for us to understand our
Says the one
ever-changing environment.
accusing me of,
Another good example is the way
you know,
satellites
pushing you down a rabbit hole
presence of what's known
when I
as the
specifically told you to stay away from the rabbit hole.
This is the natural phenomenon which
You go on and on about how sweet the candy is, and then you get angry at us for sticking it in our mouths.
eastern states of Australia.
I would not have said sweet. If I held up a piece of shit and said, this is literal shit, do not eat this, and then you ate it, that would be on you.
If by candy you mean ancient forbidden knowledge, then yes, I did put it in my mouth.
A similar 20-year study is being conducted on land areas.
Yeah, Chris, you're the exception to the rule.
There are in such things as the level of erosion.
You are the exception to the rule.
And how having too many cattle or sheep
Where have we
in the area
gone?
can destroy
Just wanted to
the
learn
vegetation
about
cover,
stamps in
which leads
space.
to worse erosion.
I've got one child, and that's plenty, okay?
Understanding of our planet and its resources and how to
Stop rebelling against your father, damn it. Bitty bitty bitty.
Now, space exploration just doesn't necessarily mean going further into space, but how it can be used to look back at ourselves.
Yeah, it's like being on the outside looking in. You get a whole new perspective.
Do you mean like how China fucked up all the maps by pretending their map was different? If you go to China and use your GPS, it will not work. It'll tell you to turn left here and you'll turn into a building.
Is that also because they don't believe in time dilation?
I don't know if they believe in time dilation, but it's just because of their like weird thing where it's like we own all this land, or this part of the ocean even that we don't actually own.
Cool. Let's just not go there then. It's a silly place.
It is a silly place. Yeah, pretty much. And it hurts, apparently.
Scientists are carrying out a whole range of important experiments.
Whoa! Wicked sick.
That poor little robot's like, help! Help! I can't feel the ground!
Help me! I was not created for this!
That's exactly what you were created for. Oh my god. Cool. Spinning to
promise of discoveries that will improve our life and health.
I threw a paper plane in space. We've
oh my
scienced. We've scienced.
I would love to be that though.
Right, just like
send me to science. Let me play with a slinky. Let me bounce a bouncy ball. Let me do yo-yo tricks
to play Melee in space.
That doesn't seem like it would be affected by the gravity though. Now Pogs in
If
space.
I was just loosely flying around trying to play Melee, come on. I want to know the science behind that. Come on, let's go.
Fair enough.
That's the best thing about science, is there are times where it is just menial and stupid. It's just like, you know what happens if we...
Yeah, and there are also times where it looks menial and stupid, and then you end up getting a big invention out of it that helps everybody.
Yeah, maybe like Melee in space could cure cancer.
It could.
You just don't know.
You just don't know.
Australians involved in the space
Beep,
program have even
boop,
greater goals.
beep.
We should contact Bezos and try and do an episode in space.
The Australian Space Office motto,
Okay.
There we go. There we go. There's a win. There's a win for us if we get that. I'm sure he would just give that away for free to us.
launch site and to develop a commercial space
We're important, right?
Maybe.
Cape York Peninsula is that bit of North Queensland that looks like a finger pointing upwards. Maybe it shows
I mean the part where that guy stopped a bunch of people from killing themselves?
Cape York? Yeah.
What a good guy.
Australia will be in a great position to take full advantage of what space has to offer. The site will be used for commercial.
Wait, it's got a pop-up saying Bat Prince is playing a game?
Large
Oh,
companies
shit.
from all over the world will pay to put satellites and other equipment called payloads.
If he's here, then who's playing games?
What are you talking about?
On Steam. It would have been.
Oh! Oh, thought you meant YouTube's or something. No. I got an idol
Prince is
going.
now live, and it's just like from the window filming him watching.
Do you all think that I'm playing video games all day?
He just leaves some things open, whether it be for achievements or other reasons.
I have a program that opens and closes games randomly so I get cards out of them without playing
yeah,
games.
I got that too.
Yeah.
Well, we've learned about the history of space exploration.
I don't even have those games installed.
But, you know,
No, well, I mean, why would you if you don't have to?
I'm just getting the free cards. And it also gives me playtime for the ones that I have to review and stuff. I'm a fraud.
Well, I used that program for a while to get cards to sell.
Yeah.
So I could buy more games.
That's right. Absolutely worth it. Especially when I keep giving you millions of games that have cards.
Concern all Australians, even mechanical ones like you, Aussie.
Oh, just punch him in the face. Fuck you, leave the robot alone.
Who knows? Maybe one day you'll be involved in Australia's future in space as a scientist or even an astronaut.
Yeah, right. Well, for anyway now, Aussie and all Australians.
Stop touching his cock.
Even if we're not out of space. But
What's
remember,
his serving tray?
whatever you do, shoot for the stars.
You've never successfully sold a card? I've sold dozens.
Oh wait, before
Hundreds,
you go, I have
probably.
a special message from Australia Post. To celebrate International Space Year, Australia Post have launched an exciting new series of space stamps. These stamps feature images of celestial phenomena seen in the southern sky.
I want to see them. That's.
Is a body
You want to see them?
dust and
Yeah.
gases illuminated by the light of stars. It is a dying star located around 400 light years from Earth. The Pleiades is a cluster of stars, also about 400 light years
Pilates?
from Earth.
Oh man, this is the wrong show.
Very clearly.
We can rewatch videos.
Wait, is there two of them in this?
Yeah, one's the full strip and one's separate.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And it opens
Oh,
up.
it's 1992, and that makes it even weirder that they left Pluto out.
Why would you have Pluto? It's not a planet. It's a dwarf planet.
In 92, it was generally considered a planet.
See, that's the miniature sheet. That's what I got. The mini sheet and then the stamps.
Also available are 3 postcards that include
Didn't get any of those.
They feature Parkes, New South Wales, the Anglo-Australian Observatory, and the Space Shuttle Discovery, which carried the Endeavour telescope, one of Australia's major achievements. This beautifully produced book is all
I have that
about the
book.
solar system, satellites, and how space missions can help us.
See, we're bringing it all back to stamps.
It
We're
also
back.
features an incredible 3D hologram on the front cover, a space stamp pack, and the first day cover. These products are available at your post office until sold out. So
Yeah.
blast your way into the exciting hobby of stamps and buy these new products today.
Stamp and shout, shake it all about. Stick it in your album, there's no doubt. Stamp collecting will make you shout, and that's what this rap is all about.
I liked this video a lot, actually.
Yeah, I'd love to watch it again when we do an actual space episode, because it
I
only
like
goes
that.
for half an hour, it's alright.
Not even half an hour.
Get a 1 hour space video to pair with it.
I'm sure we have something like that, Nat Geo or some shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe that'll be what I add next.
Telecom.
Telecom! Did they become Telstra, or did Telstra buy them or something? Like, what was...
I think they became Telstra and then Telstra got bought out.
Okay.
I think that's the way it is, but that's just me remembering wrong, so I don't know.
It's been such a long time.
Yeah, but it was our lifetime.
I mean, I should know because my dad worked for him, so...
Yeah, you should know.
Before he worked on the trains.
On the train gang.
Train gang.
On the train gang.
Is it just a public domain movie? Go on. What are we watching, Ditto?
Yeah, because I kind of need one if we're going to do that next week. Do it. Well, we're just sitting here quietly.
We are waiting!
Oh boy.
I need to just make a loop of that guy with the Aussie flag, because it's the funniest clip ever. The fact that we both missed it, if I remember correctly, and then Milshin was like, you both just missed the guy with the flag.
I was on the floor. I didn't have a good day that day.
That was a sports day. You're fine. You're thinking of the
guy with the flag. Was that? No,
that was from the
tattoo,
cricket.
wasn't
No,
it?
that was from cricket.
Oh, that's alright then.
If you've got one, Ditto. I mean, you can save it. I'll remember you've spent the points. I mean, people probably have like most of my usual viewers probably have more points than they really fucking know what to do with. So
Yeah. Especially considering we do sit here for a couple of hours an episode.
yeah, exactly.
Why did you? No.
Nah.
That's not what that button's for. Would you like to redeem it for a different reward?
Chris has 74.1 thousand points.
Yeah, redeem it for look at that prince's pants. I can't even see them. It's okay. Yeah. Stupid guys.
I do what I want. Whatever. You're not the boss of me.
Okay. I don't mind. Well, that's all the videos I brought. How are we going for time? Do we need to stretch it out and watch another
I
one
do not
pass?
know because I can't see the time from here. So I put it
like
there.
What time we usually go for? That's
We are at hour 40 for the episode.
Yeah. What do we usually try for?
I don't know, 2 hours is normally where we finish, but I mean, it can be shorter. Almost 2 hours. It actually is like 20 minutes less than that because we did stay on the starting soon screen for like 20 minutes, which I thought would be a good thing to do because I thought that gives people the chance to turn up.
Yeah. But instead we
had to explain.
And then we had to explain everything 3 times. And did I miss anything?
I've got my Gabby Hayes shirt on, by the way. That's
I got my Batman shirt on because I was cold.
It's fine to buzz it off. It's actually my fault for not adding everybody like I normally decided I should do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
We're out of sync again because we keep not doing it every week.
Yeah, like we've become
relearning everything.
Yeah, we've forgotten how the show works. This whole experience has felt weird because it's been so long. Yeah. It feels like, it feels similar to the first day back at school after school holidays, when you just have to get back into the groove again.
Do you remember that last time after lockout, we did lockdown and we missed the show for a month?
That was the move though, right?
No, the one before that. There was
I don't think we missed a lot of episodes.
There was, or at least
6 months or whatever. So
no, there was a good week or 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks where we missed.
And
I ran over and I'm like, oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm so late.
No, that was here, and we were just like, is it 10? Is it 10? And we were panicking, we start at 10, right? And we're like, because I was ready for 11, and then you came and was like, I'm sorry, I'm late. And I was like, oh no, fucker, we are late. And I was trying to get in the room. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. we don't. Are you sure it's 10?
I don't remember anymore.
We didn't have that. We didn't have that.
No, we rocked up on time this time.
To be fair, Ditto, I think that scrubs should be legitimately a thing that people sleep in.
Hi, Pop.
They are a perfect substitute for pajamas.
You didn't tell me whether you like my pants or not.
Well, they're 90s. You know I like them.
You want a pair?
Maybe.
I can get you a pair.
If they're cheap.
What do you mean if they're cheap? I'm asking you if you would like a pair. Would you
I
wear?
just don't want you spending lots of money.
No,
on
they're not.
nineties.
They're not expensive. But they're made locally in Geelong.
Oh, really?
By a lady who upcycles things, and
Cool.
she goes to op shops and buys random shit and makes jackets and stuff out of it.
I respect that.
Hell yeah! I think she's amazing.
Well, clearly, if that's what she's doing, then she's.
And she
doing very
drew a
well.
bat prints on the last package. I got a pair of shorts that look exactly the same. And I'm gonna
Ask
get
her
some.
to keep an eye out for VHS tapes too.
I'm going to actually. I'm gonna make another order probably tomorrow. But yeah, they're basically soft tracksuit pants.
not
So
what
if
I
you'd
meant.
wear them, then
Yeah, I'll wear them.
yeah, I'll get you a pair.
I actually have no track pants, and I've been meaning to buy some. So.
Brilliant. Then you can get these Rugrat themed ones. That's what they look like to me. They look like Rugrats. But they just look 90s. Actually, I was watching your MTV that's always on the
Yeah,
TV
I've always
screen.
got MTV Classic.
And I saw, and they had a couple of ads on, and I'm like, "Man, my pants."
Pants are terrible things. No, pants are fine if it's cold.
Actually,
really cold.
It's been so cold lately. My bones have just been.
Are you kidding me? The past week has been warm.
You love it. I don't.
Whoa.
It's been making my back creak. But what I've been doing is I've got a pair of these track pants as shorts, and I've been wearing my leggings with warm shorts on for
The
running.
last 10 days have been
Maybe there's a different temperature in than Laura or something.
I don't know about that. I feel like
Maybe
it's colder here. You're meant to be colder here.
I just whinge more, I suppose.
It's like
The
no,
cold
I'm
makes
whinging
my
about how
bones-
goddamn warm it's been. I went for a walk yesterday and I came back sweating.
Cool. I didn't go for a walk.
Should we find a boob stream at a raid?
Uh,
Oh, is that right?
just put the ads back on. Let's watch the stamp ad one more time. I like the stamp ads.
Yeah. Which one says ads on it? Unfortunately, I can't. Here we go.
Yeah.
An
that gonna be a
Olympic
problem?
investment of a lifetime.
No.
Every Australian
So I'll get
Olympic
used to
stamp
it
ever
eventually.
issued.
Because the Olympics are on right now.
And as
No, they're not finished?
No, not yet.
In value, this collection is limited
I've
to
never cared.
1,500 albums worldwide.
Yeah.
So don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Each album
Stamps.
is beautifully presented.
Neither of us got these
1300
stamps.
361-881 now to secure your
I didn't
piece of
even think
Olympic
because I didn't have the ad when I got my stamps. So
Call
hey,
1300-361-881 now.
why is there a van out front?
Until
A white
delivery
van?
van.
only dial
Is it
these
really?
countries
I don't know. It looked like a delivery van to me.
I'll go look.
or telecom.
What is it?
Now, for
It's
the
a-
first
It's a
time,
van.
Optus gives
A
you
white van.
off-peak
So I said.
worldwide.
With an energy rating on the side of that.
Oh, they're checking your power to see how much power you've used.
Savings
Well, they can piss off.
So
We
what
use a
would
lot.
you say to
So
off-peak
much.
savings?
We're using a lot now. That's what they're doing. They're like,
Optus.
they're like, oh my god, what's this spike in power at this house right now?
with Optus.
That's because we're streaming.
long distance prices.
Oh, I've got to put it on random. That's what's going on here.
That's alright, just let...
random.
Oh. But then we'll get more again.
You used to pop in on the ear licking girls? Ugh. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Why?
So why not use Optus? You know that all you have to do is just say the word.
Okay. Yes.
iiNet has better internet.
Yeah, it does. That was a cool ad. It's just an old lady talking at us for a while.
You might think tires are pretty boring.
I remember this ad.
338 meters long. You might think differently about the tires you wear. Little wonder then why the U.S. Navy choose to fit Dunlop tires to their Harrier jets.
Cut it out. We almost got through a whole episode without you balking with the microphone, dude.
The world's best road-holding tires.
Anything you're looking for?
Oh, well, there's one of your blokes who I usually,
Oh, Don. He's on holidays this week. Can I help you?
Well, I'm doing the law.
Really, Ditto. That's
Gonna show me what sort of stuff.
crazy, though.
Over here. You should
Was it dial-up, though? I mean, that is very weird.
More than money.
Because dial-up had, like, a max of not much.
You should aerate it first. Water it in with a really good soak. Give it a week.
Right, let's watch a few more minutes of ads. I'm gonna pee again. Alright, maybe get myself some more booze.
Rang in and registered for Australia's biggest ever home viewer competition.
It's all happening on the South.
You could be a winner with Glenridge and
Denise Drysdale.
Maya presents Sale of the Century.
I don't know. I'm still a bit nervous.
7 o'clock Monday on 9.
30 years after
Ah,
Hendrix is still rated as
Bearded Raid. We're just about to finish up. We're just watching some ads at the end of our show.
the best of Jimi Hendrix.
Oh well.
Available for a limited time with
Sounds
a
good.
CD. Out now.
How you doing?
Why does half-cost
You want- okay, we're gonna watch Snap and Shout
Any
again.
other company in Victoria?
Alright, we're gonna watch
The
Snap and
answer
Shout
is
again. I think
simple.
that's a
What
good
we
idea.
offer is
Alright,
quality
guys,
without
we
the high price
did
tag,
a whole
full
show about
professional service
stamps.
and
We
backup.
watched some stamp
At last,
videos
there
and
is a
then
kitchen
showed off our
company
own
you can
stamp
rely on.
collections.
Our 18
So,
different door styles
pop
of
on
quality
Stamp
come to
and
you
Shout.
factory direct,
I'll come over
therefore
and
no
show you.
heavy middleman expenses. To have your new kitchen arranged, phone 813-2958. To have our designer bring our mobile showroom to you, or visit your nearest half-cost kitchens and staff showroom.
Yeah.
Register for My Vodafone information
That's what we're
services,
doing.
and you can get
Quick,
sports news
change
on your
it
mobile.
over.
You can
I don't know
also
how to do
win
it.
great prizes in the My God I've Won competition.
My God, I've won a $10,000 share portfolio. My God, I've won a trip to New York.
Alright, you're gonna lose your Raiders in a second.
My God, what a trip to see Manchester
Did.
United. You could win by registering now at www.myvodafone.com.au.
Yo, the Bearded Blake show with that raid!
Yeah, quick, change over. We watch Snap and Shout again.
I'm going. Okay, we should probably explain what we do.
No, go on.
We're good.
Programs classified MA will be shown.
Oh, you want me to press play?
Oh, right.
I got it.
I want the sound out of my ears. That's what I want.
If you would like to know more about any
The
aspect
ads
of
are
the
still
commercial
running.
television industry,
Oh, stop. Okay, so yeah,
Listen
I'm
up,
excited.
people.
So for those who are coming in through the raid, who don't know what we do here, we collect VHS tapes. Many VHS tapes.
That's right. We about 10 years ago we ended up collecting like 2,000 or something.
To sum it up, we won't buy it if it's Titanic. We won't buy it if it's some movie that you can just get.
No,
we
weird
want
crap.
weird things. Oh boy, this is gonna be strong.
Good.
We want the bizarre stuff. We want the stuff that that no one else is probably gonna watch ever again unless we watch it now.
Yep.
So we collect that and we get it all together.
And it's so obscure and old and unheard of that we don't get copy struck for it.
We know that there's a few people who do similar things, but I think we're the only group that I know of
that watch it from
who
start to
watch
finish.
the whole tape.
Yeah.
We make it a point so that we don't want any of this stuff to be behind any kind of paywall. We don't want any of this stuff to be lost to time because we didn't share it. The whole point of this show is to make all this content available to everybody.
That's right. So on our live shows, we sit and watch it with you, and you can be bored with us. And we try to be kind of funny, but we end up talking about our own lives and having theories instead. And then over on the YouTube channel, we post up the videos without us talking over the top, so you can watch it.
You can go to the YouTube and you can watch the VOD of us talking about it, or you can just watch the tapes as they originally were.
You know, if you're really that masochistic, like we are.
It depends on what tape it is. Oh man, Blake gifting a sub to Ninja Chado. Cheers.
Oh, there's a hammer.
I collect pigs.
Excellent.
Also, what's up, Zen? How you doing? Basically, we've seen enough shit since, because Rob and I have been hanging out for a long time, and there's been a lot of shit that we've wanted to watch that has just been locked behind, like, weird streaming services or paywalls or just all these other different things that just...
I mean,
sucks.
Your wife goes to work. I get a disability fund. We don't need money.
I used to work, but then now, generally throughout the week, I'm taking care of my
Yeah, but like,
son.
we don't need to get rich. We don't need to get paywalls up. I don't care.
Well, the thing is, though, like, if I like the idea of having it as a thing where if people want to support, they can, but they don't have to. You know what I mean? Like, if someone appreciates the work that we do enough,
I didn't say I didn't want some money.
Absolutely.
But we don't need it, that's what I'm saying.
No,
we're not going to die. We're not going to be like one of those people, like, if we don't get paid for this week, then we're going to lose our house.
I don't know. As I said, Elon Musk has been at the door every episode since I moved to this house.
Yeah, and whenever he walks around, like, dollar bills come out of his pocket, so it's fine.
No, but we're not allowed to pick him up, because that would be conflict of interest. They're for the other people. But if we don't do as he wants us to do, even though we don't let him on the show, even though, I don't know if you can hear him, if you listen really close you might hear him knocking at the door right now. It's all he does.
I don't even know what you're talking about anymore.
I'm just making shit up, honestly. Call me Jeffrey Bezos.
Don't.
I love that you hate that so much.
I just don't know. Like, I get the reference and I get all that. I just don't care for the...
The joke is, you know how, like, there's all those people who are just like, sponsor me, because I do this.
No, I get it. I get the joke. I just don't care. Like,
I'm being that guy, but, Jeffrey Bezos, if he's watching, he might give us money.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, but someone send Jeffrey Bezos us.
I'm not saying I don't get it. I just don't care. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry.
I mean, it's half a joke, because, I mean, if he was really watching right now...
No, no one...
Jeff, if you're there, Jeff, can I call you Jeff? And see, now it's funnier because you don't like it.
It's more that I don't care.
Yeah, but you're getting really uppity about it, and that's funny to me.
I just want to watch the video.
Brainbox! This might be like our first or second most watched tape now, right? This is the third time we watched this particular tape.
We have a soft spot.
Or fourth?
We have a soft spot for not
Cheers,
so much kids
Fight
videos, but like teenagers videos, educational. We've got a soft spot for like 90s educational kids videos, because the other one that we like a lot is the
Keeping Ourselves Safe. Which is, yeah. But then, at the same time, my favourite video ever is still an Apostrios wrestling tape.
Yeah.
That's... see, these ones are like here. They're like high, like super high to the point where just I've got nothing bad to say about them. But then that...
Now I get my stamps legit. That's because there's heaps of places you can find stamps. Like at home on letters and parcels.
Or asking your mates and relies to pass on stamps they get on.
I also like how Australian they are as well.
So Aussie, right?
I always ask for stamps.
Hang on, can I just go back?
Yeah, please. I want you to rewind more and more often during shows. I do.
It's just... Play, stop! Okay. Just listen to what he says and how he says it.
My stamps legit.
That's because there's heaps of places you can find stamps, like at home on letters and postcards and parcels.
Or asking your mates and relies to pass on stamps they get on their mail. Look, my cousin Shinehead gets
Which
lots
bit?
of them in jail.
Oh.
He gets lots of them in jail.
Yeah.
Like, is just a family of fucking criminals here?
Yeah.
Why are they promoting that?
That's his character.
Fucking hell, that's not a good character.
No, he's not. Remember, later in the video, he goes to steal Brainbox's stamps.
What? Why?
So he could make money off them. He wants to
But
sell
they're
them.
presenting him as likable. They're saying, just steal your mate's stamps.
Yeah.
Who cares?
The same with the kid who doesn't wash. And also the baby eats stamps. That's not good. It's got glue on them.
All right then.
Can we get a Sasquatch stamp of the guy being possessed? Rolling around naked in the mud?
I thought so. Stamps that celebrate special events or anniversaries.
That's a stamp. That or a Kenny Hot stamp.
And there are definitive stamps, which are sold over a long period of time. And mint stamps.
They can be worth megabucks.
Yeah, they're also in brand spanking
Megabucks.
with no
Dirt.
tears or markings, and should always be handled with care. That's why I use tweezers and a magnifying glass to spot any minor imperfections and check their value.
And some new stamps are valuable too, especially rare old.
Could you see that? Because I couldn't
see it.
I couldn't quite make it out. Were you able to get a good view with your
No, I
with
couldn't
your
see.
magnifying
Couldn't see
device?
into them.
Did you find any clues?
I tried to look into their rooms. I couldn't see. Not even with my magnifying glass. Internet doesn't work that way.
Damn it.
Dog host a video.
Wanna bet?
No, you can't.
You're all off the hook this once. Although we do know what else you're looking at on your second screens right now. Don't scream at him, Chester. Might make him leave.
Do you collect stamps about dogs, Chester?
Listen up, people. You wanna know more? Here's Sniffer and Mitch to tell you the score.
Chester. Stop.
Hey, stamp dudes.
Puppy!
Welcome to the coolest part of this video show.
This is the coolest part of the video show.
Hey, Mitch, cut out that baby.
I feel like it's warmer than it was.
Embarrassing. First rule of showbiz: never work with kids.
Oh, doggy.
Yes.
Oh, I'll leave the doggies in there.
Okay. Right, now where do we start?
Skylar's here too. Cheers, Skylar.
Do we have to start doing the show like
I don't want to start.
at 5 at night or something? Ugh.
What some people call it, Midge. Anyway, Midge and her parents were looking for a
Rocks up at the end.
Hope all is well, Sky, man. I miss you, dude.
Sorry, furball. It's okay, Midge. So, Midge crawled over and showed me her stamp album through my penthouse window. I tell you, those stamps changed my life.
This is a pretty beautiful story.
And when Midge's parents saw us getting on so well together, they took me home. Well, I mean, how could they resist? Right, Midge?
Get her
So
done.
if you want to get in the groove,
Well, I guess watching our show is like the best way to get back off Twitch again.
it's radical. It's got
Wait,
all
who
the
said
info
something?
you
Ah,
need. You
gardening.
can't get stamps off envelopes. Oh, Midge,
How's the gardening going, man? I
them off?
have to see how the house is looking now. I feel like it's been a long time.
That's better.
Earlier is better. Well,
We
yeah.
actually found out we get a lot more people in later, so that's why we moved from 10 to 11.
Wait, didn't we start at like 9:30 originally or something?
Yeah,
and then we
and
moved
nobody
up to 10.
was coming in, so don't tell us earlier is better.
But the problem is, and then sometimes we start early and we get a lot of people, and then sometimes we start late and we get a lot of people. But when we start on time, whenever we started when we planned, it's always been oh, god damn it.
Kim and Nicky's going to give us the dirt on where we can get more stamps. Give us the dirt, Midge. Midge?
Give us the dirt,
It's a
bitch.
joke, Midge.
More stamps.
It sounded like bitch. Did it not sound like bitch to you?
It is.
Really?
No, it's Midge. Her name's Midge.
It sounded like bitch to me. I don't know.
Dirt on where we can get more stamps.
No.
Give us the dirt, Midge. Midge? It's a joke.
Tell me that's not saying bitch. Give me
not
the
saying-
dirt, bitch.
By the way, that's the cool skateboarding stamp that I put in my video. One on the bottom of his shoe. Yeah. That's why I put it in my video collection, because it's on the bottom of his shoe on the back. Oh, on the front of this video. I got that stamp.
Well, the thing is, I imagine most of, if not all, the stamps in these videos
Are the
aside
ones
from
that
the
I
space
got
one, are ones that aren't particularly hard to find purposely, because they're going to give you that whole thing. It's like, you like the ones in this video? Well, you can get them.
Yeah.
Wash your hands before you clean the camera.
Oh no,
Bitch.
I have my bath on Saturday.
Midge.
Bitch. I mean, Midge.
Get on with the show.
Pigs, pigs, pigs.
Score. Big pigs, small pigs, pigs with hats, pigs at the opera, pigs flying. Oh, I've got lots of sauces when it comes.
Porcanalia.
What Icky's
Love it.
trying to say is that part of the fun of collecting stamps is...
Oh man, we should find out where that exact post office is and go and visit.
We run in the door.
Yes. I should have done that for my video. But we're not allowed out of the house.
Yeah, we've been locked down so much. That's why this show's not been happening so much. So thanks everybody for being here for this episode, because
yeah,
it's been rough.
We're
and
not
there is
regular,
another
so I
week or
understand.
two we're gonna have to miss, and it's gonna. And like that's only 2 weeks, assuming there's no more lockdown. And
When did the first pig appear on the stamp, Kim?
I don't know that, Icky.
when did you first pee on a stamp?
On stamp was the penny
It was the penny black.
of May 1840. These are worth a lot of money today.
$150.
That's not
Cheapest
really a
one that I
lot.
saw.
1850. But it didn't have
$150 for the one.
In one of the videos, in the second video we watched, they did talk about the.
It was a complete set. It
Complete
was.
set
It
for
was
like
a
200
misprinting. It was un.
That's the problem. Is
It was
the misprinting, right?
But it's never going to be stamps that you get.
No, unless you happen to buy them
Or work
by
at
some
the.
fluke.
Or no, or work at the actual
That too.
printing agency.
Archie, wanna come up?
Oh, we're doing doggo things. Go on.
Well, they're talking about doggos, so come on, Archie. Come on. Are you too sore? Archie?
You can pick the stamp catalogues at the local library.
Oh, there you go.
All types of stamps is to start your own
Obscure doggy time.
Cool way to
Baroo.
talk about facts on stamps. Find new stamps and make new friends.
Get out of my mouth! Get out of my mouth!
I got the cuddly one. He got the playful one. Right
Stop
on.
it.
Want a kiss?
We gotta listen to the song again.
Kiss.
Stamp! Stamp and shout, check it all about. Stick it in your album, there's no doubt. Stamp collecting will make you shout. That's what this rap is all about.
Skeeter Sam, Brainbox, Kim, Crusher, Midge, Sniffer, Icky.
Pick your fighter now.
I disagree. Is it better than collecting dinosaur hair?
I don't know. I have some, and you probably have some as well.
I don't have any dinosaur hair.
Like specifically hair, no, but I've got fossils, and you've got fossils.
I have a Velociraptor tooth. I've got a Megalodon tooth. That's my prized possession. Although that's still in, like, out in the shed in storage because we don't know how we're going to display it yet. Stick it up your ass. They did it all for the nookie, you know.
I love. Can you rewind that bit? That the coming at you like a something fucking whatever. What do they say there?
Play.
Coming at you like a mucka something.
What adventures you will find. Stamps can help with your projects, Sonny.
Some collections are worth heaps of money. All over planet Earth and in outer space, kids are stamping and shouting all over the place. Stamp collecting's the way to make friends. With a stamp gang coming at you like the fun begins.
Let the fun begin.
Ah, I thought it was let the fucker in.
Might as well have been. I had to put both ears under the earphones and push.
Stamp gang coming at you, so let the fucker begin.
Sorry, Arch. You are heavy. You hurt me a little bit. Love you though. Now we're together and we're gonna make babies while we're 15.
Stamp babies.
Stamp babies, yeah. Oh, Nubby gives me the follow finally. You know what, Nubby? I've been around for a long time, and you're just following now. I thought we were friends, man. Following you for months. Yeah, cool. Not that I'm actually upset.
There you are.
No, I'm really not. Yeah, just unfollow. You should.
But then you lose
Nubby,
all those
I've complained.
years of...
You should just unfollow at this point. It's. Look, I accept the apology, but I'm still going to be cautious around you. Wait, you were following and then you unfollowed and followed again? Because that's pretty funny.
No, that's what Sky says he's going to do, just so he can get the recognition. But then you're going to lose all that time.
Time is a human invention.
Time is a concept. Lunchtime, doubly so.
What about second breakfast? Zen still doesn't even follow.
I don't suppose we've given him any reason to.
We have sat through hours of shit, okay?
Oh dear. What are we doing next episode?
It's written in the Discord. Let me check.
Yes, very good.
Once we get back to close-up. Hold on. Ban and unfollower. No, I like Zen. Even though Zen got kind of shitty with me for not moderating Craig's chat the other day. Yesterday.
Alright.
Alright, back on the backs. Let's see, what's next episode?
Yeah.
Where are we? I need to go into man.
Schedule's up top somewhere.
There. Next is The Villages.
Is it?
Yes.
Did you do your hometown?
I have not done it yet, but I can absolutely get it done within a week.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, God. I don't have a tripod anymore. I got angry at mine and smashed it.
Do you want to swap? Give you 2 weeks?
To do... What would
Indigenous.
we swap to? You want to do Indigenous?
We'll just swap them around.
Alright, let's do that. Because we're not going to do anything special for that. I feel like I probably shouldn't ring anybody.
I actually do play games, Nubby. I've been playing games on weekends lately. I haven't been on the internet a lot. I generally log on for Craig streams, Laglad streams. There hasn't been tape time until today for the past fucking month, so... But yes, I have been gaming on weekends a little bit, so there's that. Wait, Zen can't follow? Zen's just like, I try, but just I don't like him enough. He's just such... He's just too unlikable, man. Retro 80s games? Whoa, hold the phone. Hold the phone.
Okay.
I go up to like 2002 with my gaming, alright? The posture off, you get it. See, some days I wake up and I think, I have so much motivation. I'm going to do a lot today. I'm going to play this game, and then I'm going to go out and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to come back and maybe game some more. But then I wake, and then I don't, and I'm like, it's fine. The kid's going to go to bed, and then I'm going to game. I'm going to game for an hour, I'm going to game for 2 hours, whatever, then I'm going to go to bed, and I'm going to wake up the next day feeling grateful that I got to do something I actually wanted to do. And then the kid goes to bed, and I'm just like, I want to go to bed too. I'm tired, man. I'm just always tired. And the crazy thing is though, because I've had sleeping issues in the past, I'm actually better off now in this level of exhaustion than I was probably 5 years ago.
You know what the worst part about it all is? I feel the same as you, but I have no kid and no sleeping issues.
See, it's the sleeping issues are
I'm just
worse
a
than the
jerk.
kid. I'm
just a lazy jerk.
At this point in my life, I'm glad that I stream less and spend more time with my kid. I'll say that. Because he's an idiot, and he reminds me of me now in some of the dumb shit that he does, and it makes me happy.
I'm just lazy.
Anyway, this weekend I'm probably going to stream Friday, Saturday nights. I'm going to play some more Pokemon Snap. Imagine.
I'm gonna order a a tripod off Dick Smith that's going to cost me $50 and hope it gets here as soon as it can so I can start filming stupid shit again.
Well, again, we can change things around if we need to.
No, I don't care, but I want to order it and get it. So I kind of want to do what I want to do.
Oh man, Ditto gets to draw more. That's hype.
Kogan.
Yes, Kogan.
Kogan.
I'm with Milshing.
Yeah, but Dick Smith is Kogan. They got bought out. It's the same
yes,
thing.
but if you go through Kogan, it's probably going to be cheaper than Dick Smith just for that reason.
I will. But the last tripod that I
this
got...
This TV that you see up in this corner, the one the cam's on?
Yeah, I can see it.
You know how long I've had that fucking thing?
I actually got a couple of things off Kogan recently.
And that monitor that I game on now is a Kogan as well.
Did I tell you I've got
the most ridiculously reliable brand I've ever come across.
I've got a kettle.
A Kogan kettle?
Yeah.
And it's the best kettle ever?
Yeah.
No way! It's almost like Kogan is great.
When I wake up in the morning, it's already boiling. And it won't boil if there's no water in it.
The best.
So good. And
they are the best.
If I feel like a cup
Yes, but the thing is...
If I feel like a cup of coffee, I just go, hey, Google, turn on the kettle, and it does.
The thing is, Skylar, when you go price to refresh rate, I'm going Kogan every time.
But first you'll have to unlock your device.
Oh,
no.
I'll do that. The thing is, it will boil the kettle. Sam will be like, is the kettle boiling?
Is she awake?
No.
Oh,
but she might wake up and there we go. Kettle's on.
Hey Google.
No.
Next time Sam talks to you, tell her that we love her.
I don't think they can do it, but no, can't do that.
Oh, hey Google, tell Sam that we love her.
I think it just did.
Yay!
Okay. Put that on lock now.
Yes. The great thing was, like, originally he was so proud of it. Like, you can't control my Google, and I've always been able to control his Google. Not once have I been like, "Aw, it's not working for me."
My Google doesn't care who talks to it. It's a slut.
Anyway, let's find someone to raid. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, do it.
I want to go to the pub.
I'll be allowed to go to the pub.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's the 5 reasons to leave home, or whatever, has been officially ended. So
pub.
It is time for a pint. Pub. Who are we raiding? I'm gonna raid somebody. He's gonna finish soon. Don't know how long. Here we go. We'll go Zachary Lauren. No, he's playing Call of Duty though. I love Zachary, but no, I don't love Call of Duty. Let's go. Oh, Monster Kid Radio's live. I'm all about that.
Cool. What's that?
They play like movies and stuff.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure they actually have the rights to a bunch of stuff.
Nice.
They just don't get many viewers. So we're gonna raid them.
Yeah, do it. I'll watch it.
We will see you guys around. We might talk over the credits just because, it's our first and maybe last episode forever.
Yes.
Who knows? So, yeah. Have a good one, guys. And, of course, true.
Farewell.
What do you think of the new credits?
New? Oh, yeah.
Well, they're new as of like an episode ago.
Yeah. Oh, I was actually wanting to watch this video the other day. I don't know if you told me, you probably did, but I just realized that you put the best music over the best visuals. You moved it all around.
Yeah, I did. I actually purposely made sure to make it as good as possible.
Yeah.
But Chris, horror movies, monster movies. Like, I think they have the rights to all of the
Ditto hasn't seen this video yet.
Oh, man, this video is the best. We will redo this video at some point because of how good it is.
Sure.
Anytime we do a music-related thing, we have to watch this video.
Okay. Told you it was a vacuum. No! Vacuum. It was a vacuum episode. It's a power vacuum.
From memory, this video covers a lot of stuff.
Yeah, vacuums, power washes, all sorts of things.
Let's cut some people out before we go. Shout out to Zen Squad, to Chris, to Skylar, to Ditto, to Milching,
we're on?
Postrop.
Oh, it's just...
Yeah, no, we're still going.
Oh, okay.
Shouts to Blake, obviously, for the raid.
Just sitting here badmouthing
Just
everybody.
Yeah, we just talked mad shit. So the raid's happening now. So love you all. Please enjoy. Shouts to Fred Durst and Jesus. Jesus and Fred Durst. Shut up, I love Fred Durst. Anyway, Zen, love you, man. Goodbye!
Sim,